What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live chat with your gracious host, Maxwell V. Wonder the Third. No relation to Stevie. I'm trying to go live on this channel, and so yeah, it's kind of early here. We got a lot of snow. Not a lot of snow, but more than what I wanted, and so I'm just taking it easy today. And let me actually. Let me get set up. Let me get set up here. Let me get set up. What's up, Phil? What's good with you? I figured I'd just go live on this channel, man. The hell with it. I'm just going to rock out over here. Let's see. How's everything been going? Let me see. I'm well myself, brother. I'm well myself. I just been taking a little break from the live chats. I actually on my other channel, because people are like, how come you're not going live? Because I can over there. Not for 90 days. So I'm rocking out over here for a little bit. I'm trying to get this one established. And so you know how I do. I'm gonna go live every day over here just to get this one established, because that way I can control things when I go live. You know? So yeah. Hope all is well. I'll probably go live for just a little bit, just to let everybody know I went live here. And then I will promote it on my other channel and my other social media. So, but man, I was covering this story yesterday about T.I. Somebody had sent me this news story about T.I. I didn't know anything was going on with T.I. until somebody sent the video to me. So I'm like, what is he talking about? So then, of course, I went to the news, and then I went to YouTube, and I found this woman. She used to be Tiny's friend, his wife's friend, and she's coming out on him. I was like, damn. It don't sound good though. It don't sound like when I was, hey, what's going on, Identity? Yeah, I'm gonna go live over here. You feel me? I'm gonna go live right over here. But I was covering this T.I. thing, and I was like, something don't seem right. Because I'm like, people are saying, you know, will he get charged and stuff like that? I had to take what I said back. I don't know if he's gonna get charged, but there's like a lot of women coming out, a lot. So he might. But my thing is, if you went to their house repeatedly, knowing that you got to take some type of pill and you keep going, something don't seem right with that. Something don't seem right with it. You feel me? So I don't know, man. These celebrities, man, they dropping left and right. You got to be careful. Summer Breeze, what's going on? Ms. Sparkle, how you doing? Man, I'm just cooling on a Sunday. It snowed out here. Did it snow where you guys are? Money to burn. What's going on with you? What's good with you? What's good? I'm trying to get this channel established. You feel me? So I'm over here I'm over here for now on. I'm gonna be on the other one too, but I can't do it for 90 days. But you know, I couldn't stay away from the live chat. Y'all kidding me? I went on JL chat last night and fell asleep. at the end. That was hilarious. Like just for that short, he was like, "Who's snoring?" I'm like, "Oh shoot!" I'm sitting at my desk like slumped. I had a long day, man. You know, for those that don't know, I work nonstop. I don't know. I normally don't have no days off. The only day off I have is Monday, and I have a cleaning business. I have office cleaning. Now my partner, she went back to Mexico again, so now I'm screwed. And I have to actually go out later to clean this one office, but they told me not to come in because of the inclement weather. So, JL, are you live? Are you live right now? I just came on to test this out to get all my settings together. Are you live? You said snowed in Summerlin. I heard about that 5 days ago. I heard about it. Summerlin, Nevada, right? What's up, JL? I'm just getting set up over here, man. Of course, my other channel, y'all know I got banned over there. So now I got to watch what I say over here, and I can't curse. Because just to let you guys know what's going on, in this sector, we got some troublemakers in this sector. So I'm not going back and forth with nobody no more. I'm just taking notes. I'm not going back and forth no more. I'm screenshotting everything. They keep adding me and all this type of stuff. All that's getting screenshotted, and I'm forwarding it off to people. So I'm not going back and forth no more. You know, not going back and forth no more. Because I don't even watch them people videos, man. I don't. And the thing is, JL was talking about this earlier. And I agree with him. Talking in circles. You know, I'm not for the talking in circles. And it's just like some high school stuff going on right now. And then there's this one young kid in the sector. He's sitting up there straight up lying. And I was gonna out him, but somebody already did it for me. Did it for me already. I mean, he's sitting there straight running a scam, and he's sitting up there talking about Lennon, and he's straight running a scam. I didn't say anything, but somebody else got him. Somebody else got him for me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm off of him. I'm off of the rest of the dudes, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back and forth. I'm gonna do my commentary, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Period. When I said I was inconvenienced, I'm not lying. I was inconvenienced. So I'm just going to straight up keep taking screenshots and forwarding them off. That's it. I ain't going to argue with nobody. Period. Yeah, I know he handled that. I didn't even know who Taz was until somebody told me knowledge. Somebody had put me hip to his channel yesterday. I'm like, I was on JL chat, and he put me down on like who that person was. So I kind of I watched it a little bit, and he said everything that I was going to say. So now I don't have to say nothing else. Yeah, I know. Beautiful. I had already known this. Beautiful. I've known about that already. You said, hold on a second. Let me see something. Y'all got to get me caught up. What's going on? You said somebody is threatening to send my coworkers my Lenin super chats because I disagreed with Shakim Ra. It's just a sad scene. Identity withheld. Somebody is threatening to send your coworkers. What does Lenin super chats have to do with anything? I'm a little confused. Why would they send your coworkers the super chats? I'm gonna have y'all come in a second. Y'all give me a second because I'm just getting my I'm just getting set up real quick. I ain't trying to I'm gonna be on for just a little bit because I was trying to get my settings together because I never went live on this channel right here. I never went live on this one. So I have to get my settings back. And some of the settings I don't have access to because I don't have 1,000 subs yet. But I appreciate the people that subscribed. I got 500 subs. I'm like, what? I said, let me go live over here and stop bullshitting. Oops, excuse me, I shouldn't have cussed, but excuse me, YouTube. I said, let me go ahead and go live over here. Yeah, I just found out about him yesterday, knowledge of thyself. And he's been doing this for a minute. I just didn't know. James O'Neill, what's going on with you? You know, they can't hold. I'm technically back, not on my other channel. My other channel is, you know, but I had been meaning to start another channel, you know, because of the Tunde jokes. Oh, man, that ain't about nothing. These people are really, 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 really sad, bro. They really sad. Just because of your Tunde jokes. And they were talking about, you know, Big Man too. You know, Big Man with the Tunde jokes. And look, he was like, well, look at this. They're calling him a gorilla. That's racist. No, Umar Johnson called himself King Kong. What you talking about? He called himself King Kong consciousness. King Kong. He self-admitted called himself King Kong. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. They hold on, let me share the screen. What am I trying to do? The invite code. And see, I don't have nobody banned on this channel too, so I'm gonna have all the trolls over here eventually once they find out. But I'm gonna start banning people. I don't even have no mods over here. There's the StreamYard joint. I know I got to get it together over here. I got to get it together over here because they will come for me. See, they don't know. I'm kind of doing this on the low. They don't know I'm over here. See, I can kind of hide a little bit. They don't know I'm over here. You feel me? So they you know, the word will get out. So I ain't gonna stay on for too long. I'm gonna be in and out. But just to let you know, you said Don pulled up on Dr. Umar today? No way. What's up, Royal? Hold up. You said Dusty Don did run up on Umar. What? Shit, but man, I got work to do. What's going on? I might have to give Don his respect. Hey, what's going on, Identity?
Hey, what's up, Max?
So tell me what's going on. So you said they were threatening to send your co-workers your super chats?
Yeah, some guy that was he started sending me some weird stuff about, are you going to support Lennon's wife as she get her maxi pads? And it was really weird. And I was like, dude, I have no conversation for you. Keep it moving. And he kept coming back at me. And then I guess when I shut him down, he was like, all right, well, I'm going to send your coworkers some your Tune Day jokes. And I'm like, whatever you're going to do is whatever you're going to do. But he thinks he has my info and he doesn't. But I could tell he was trying to fish for more information. Like, there's a super chat. There's some chats going on saying your name is, I don't know, Derek or something like that, or whatever he said. I'm like, all right, if that's what you think, go ahead, do what you got to do. But he started threatening me to. They need to know what you're doing in your off time. I'm like, what does this have to do with disagreeing with Shakim Ra? Like, there was a video of Shakim putting out. I guess he was talking about Big Man and myself, and the one you were just talking about, the one calling Umar an ape. I tried to explain to that dude. It doesn't mean that he's an ape. It was a play on words because he calls himself King Kong. And somehow it turned into you calling a black man an ape, and I'm like, okay, this is going left field, so I backed out of that. Like I stopped dialing into Shakim Ra's channel because he was kind of trashing me on the back end. I was like, all right, whatever. But now it's these people that just kind of latched on, and now they're like, it's like they're almost taking it personal. It makes me trip out because I don't get it. It's like this has nothing to do with what we're trying to discuss here. It's just like this added problem. I guess you saw the same thing with you. Somebody coming at you for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. This wasn't the first time this happened to me. It happened a few years ago. I had some viewer got my information or whatever. It happened before, but not like this, but it happened before. But yeah, man, but I'm okay. Nothing's happened to me. I'm back over here. Um, you know, Glad to talk to you guys,
Yeah,
live,
welcome
'cause
back.
I like, oh, there go cutie right there. I like making content or whatever, but I like going live too though, you know.
Right.
But oh, I got some of my mods over here. I had to get mods over here because this is a new thing going on. Umar. Oh, somebody said Umar called the cops on Don. Did you hear about that?
No.
It said Don pulled up on him. That's hilarious if he did. If he did, that's hilarious. But what else been going on in these YouTube streets? I've been missing everything because I haven't been live and I just been chilling.
There's quite a few people popping up. It's like it's going down more levels. You got Lennon who was talking about Umar, then you got people like
Hey,
Shakim
Corey.
talking about Lennon, and now there's people talking about Shakim. So it's like a lot of people are coming out of the woodworks with their opinions and their streams and their lives, and this thing
I,
is
you
blowing.
know, that's why over here I want to do other content. I think, I'm doing this weight loss thing. So I got on the scale today. I got my scale today. I had to get on there butt naked. I couldn't get on there with clothes. I had to know what the real deal was. And I'm not that far off. I'm probably like maybe 6 months off from like my goal because I remember I lost weight before. So I'm probably like by the summertime I should be good. Like I'm ordered some workout equipment and stuff like that. I'm about to order a Peloton bike. And yeah, so I'm like 6 months off. So I'm gonna do that on here. Um so yeah. So that's what I'm gonna be doing on here. Did you take a no, I didn't take a pic. I'm doing it every Monday, Liz. But I actually feel the effects from the diet now though. I feel it. Like I feel totally different. So yeah, I've been on a real disciplined diet, man. I'm watching what I eat. Like, so yeah. Yeah, I'm getting one, Liz. I'm getting a Peloton bike. I'm about to order it today. So, and I ordered some other stuff as well. Yeah, I lost weight before. Like I know how to do it, but this time I'm gonna lose it gradually. Um, last time I did it like drastically, but this time I'm doing it gradually. Yeah, I'm back to the live. Red Pill Network. Are you the same as you the same one? You the trouble? Are you trouble or what? Are you the same person? Because I'm gonna have to have my mods let you go. That's not the. Is that the same red pill identity that be over at the other side? You know what I'm talking about? You just heard about the phenomenon of menopause, manopause. That's the same one. Hold on a sec. Hey Liz, can you block Nah, I think that is you. That is you, bro. I don't want trouble over here. Liz, can you block Red Pill Network, please? Or Cutie, if you here, can you block them? Like hide them from the channel. Yeah, we're not gonna have no drama over here. We're just not gonna have that. Hold up, I'll do it. Hold on a second. Let me do it. No, you ain't. Okay, thank you, Liz. Yeah, you're not gonna try to ease up over here. I know who you are. Oh, you had to drop off. No, that's cool. Yeah, man, you're gonna try to slip in over here. I know who y'all are. I know y'all by heart. Yeah, man. Not happening. You said it's a different channel, Cutie? Are you sure? Because they both got the same picture. Nah, man, that's the same person. That's the same person. That's the same person because they got the same picture. Because I don't want those people over here. They're not coming on the panel. Because I made a mistake before letting these people on the panel. I was trying to be a nice guy. I'm not doing that no more. So unapologetically black. What's going on? Danny Brown, what's up with you? I ain't gonna be on for too long, but yeah, I just wanted to see. No, he be in other people panels and stuff causing trouble, Cutie. I believe that's him. You just wanted to say that term, Liz. Bunch of D riders. Max, do you have to give up wine? Nah, not with my diet. I could. It could help, but nah. I'm not giving up my wine. Nope. I don't drink any other soft drinks, just water. And I walk about 4 miles a day, 4 or 5 miles a day. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty disciplined with what I'm doing. Liz just wanted to say that term. What's my top 3 wines? I don't have really a top 3 wine. I like Merlot. Um, actually, I have the bottle. I can't think of it right now. And I can't say I have a top 3 yet because I haven't really tested everything. At Liz Lopez, I'm back for you. Hey, hold on a second. See what I'm talking about, y'all? I knew I was right, cutie. I knew I was right. See that? All right, I'm blocking people too, though. So yeah. Yeah, multiple accounts. So I told y'all that was him. I told you I got a good memory. They think I ain't got no good memory. I got a good memory. I know the troublemakers when I see them. Yes, indeed. I know the troublemakers when I see them. But how's everybody? It snowed out here. I had to go out earlier to clean my car off, and I went to the store real quick. Thank God for heated seats. Jesus Christ. Max, when was your last live? Man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I went live. Sometime in early this month. Like January 10th, I believe. Because I'm going until April 10th. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks since they YouTube clipped me. And I'm back in full effect. You feel me? I got to figure out that I heard Umar got pulled up on, Liz. Don pulled up on him. Umar did right by calling the police if that's what happened. I'm gonna have to find out. You know I'm a vlog on it. You know he gonna make my summer jam screen, my green screen. You know that if that's what happened, they gonna make my summer jam screen for real. Nah, I think he had somebody take him, Liz. You know his man. He had his man take him, probably. I thought you couldn't go live here. Yeah, I can go live with a computer, cutie, because I met my quota. But I can't go live on the other one. Umar has security. Did this really happen? Oh, he has security? Okay. Yo, I would have straight hooked off on him. Like, I'd be like, bro, I ain't giving you your money. What's up? I ain't giving you your money. I ain't giving your money. And then he would have talked slick. He, touched me. It would have been over with. Yeah, of course, they went, look, his man take him everywhere, Liz. His man, yeah, He said, I love you, T. Y'all remember that? He said, I love you, T. He said he loved him. Girl. Oh, man. He said, I love you. I love you, T. I remember when he said that. Yes, he did. He got top flight security. Go ahead, E5. E5 got security out here. You don't even see him on camera. Man, they let the smallest security guard punk them. Oh, dude, I gotta find this. Because they're gonna make my summer jam screen. Yes, they are. He was riding shotgun with Dusty. They pulled up together. Yeah, they went to Wendy's afterwards, Liz. I don't know, Liz. You said, what's there to love? I mean, they may have had intimate relations, Liz, and their bond got stronger. I don't know. It's the way he said it. I love you, T. He said, I'll be right back. Let me go see what Max talking about. I love you, T. Yo, I'm wilding over here. F them people, man. Straight up. Ugh. Glad y'all could make it. Glad y'all could make it for a little bit. Anybody want to call in, you're welcome. I'm going to put the link back up. You say you're trying to be nice. Liz, you get my text? Did you get me? See? Let me see if you got it. Oh, yeah, you did. You did. Oh, hold on. Let me tell somebody else I'm live. She don't know I'm live. You know, I'm live on the new. My mother want to listen in. She be listening on the low. She didn't have my new channel. Like, Mom, you didn't have my new channel. Oh, Liz, you did get it. You said, Max, Dusty's people are here. He called me a Uber driving hoe. At least I ain't gotta have no man take me for Wendy's. I'll be a Uber driving hoe. At least I ain't got to depend on no other man to come get me. I got my own tilt over here. Yes, I do. I got my own tilt. I got my own tilt, and it's not in the hood. I don't live in the hood or nothing like that. You feel me? It's quiet over here. You might hear a few gunshots because we shoot in the woods. There's some woods out here. But other than that, if a woman meet me, she ain't got to worry about me trying to find a warm bed to live in. She ain't got to worry about that. She ain't got to worry about it because I already got a warm bed. And she ain't got to worry about it because I bring stuff to the table. And I got a little bit of money. So that's just what it is, Mr. Dusty. I know they in here. So that's just what it is. I work hard. I work hard so I don't have to rely on another man to take me to Wendy's. Even though I'm on a diet, I can't eat Wendy's, but I can't have the fries and all that. I can't have the fries. I can't have the burgers. That grease. I can't have none of that. So could you imagine, like, he took him to Wendy's and put him up somewhere? You said TC took your mama to Wendy's? Davey, that's what you said? Lord have mercy. Hold on a second here. Davy off the hook. Why did you say that, Davy? Let me hold on. All right, have a good one, Davy. You have a good one, Davy. Don't worry, y'all. I'll get it together. I'm just getting situated over here. But could you imagine you have to rely on another man to take you around? You riding in another man's car shotgun. You feel me? I don't ride in nobody's car shotgun. I got one. And he the type of dude, right, where his woman will pick him up and she got to go pump her gas and he'll sit in the car while she pumping her gas when he's supposed to be pumping the gas. When she get out the car, you get out the car. Now, I know some, women might think that might be considered sexist for me to say that. It's not. I'm not meaning it in a good way. You said transcript T. Indeed. Them people over there, boy, they worried about some linen, aren't they? Lord have mercy. They are worried about some linen. You know why they worried about linen? Because they hating. They talk, one dude talking about, yeah, I got this and got that. No, he don't. Because if you got it, he don't have it. I can tell. I can look in his face and tell. I can look at his face. I can look at his face and tell. You said Tiff doing that voodoo on y'all. How Tiff been doing? I haven't heard from her. I haven't been going to their channels or nothing. No, they don't shut up about Lennon, Danny. That's all Lynn do is blah, blah, blah. But that's all they doing is watching them. Yeah, people with money, you will never know it. So I'll keep driving my Uber. Shit. I wish I'd go out there and Uber Eats today. Shit, it's snow on the ground. There's some money out there today. You know? It's some money out there today. But I'm sitting right up in here because these people out here don't know how to drive. You feel me? So, and they didn't plow all the roads out here. So, but the reason why they were talking about the Uber is because my Uber code is in the description. So if you sign up, we both get a bonus. That's why I have it in the description. Shoot, Antonio Barnes in the house. Shoot, I am not embarrassed to get some paper. If I got a chance to make some extra money, I'm gonna do it. Instead of sitting there worried, waiting for somebody to take me to Wendy's. He said, that's why, you know what I'm saying? He tried to make it cool too. You know what I'm saying? You know, my boy, he brought me some Wendy's. He brought me some Wendy's. That's not something to be telling people. But you can tell he retarded. You can tell he retarded. Umar got a problem on his hands because that dude ain't gonna stop pulling up. Shit. Thank you, Liz. Liz, no, she know. Liz, you're gonna be checking the markets tomorrow, huh? Shout out to Reddit for what they did. They took them hedge funds they took it to them. I wish I had got in on the deal. And check this out. One of my coworkers was like, dude, I was just talking about the AMC stock. I know she was just talking about it maybe about 2 months ago. It's like, yeah, because maybe people will go back to the movies eventually. I'm sorry we didn't get in on it and hold it. Jesus. We got something to chat about during the day, Liz, with the market. Oh, you got 8 shares? Okay. What's going on? Just sitting over here chilling real quick. Clark. Yeah, I'm staying warm. It's snowing out here. Yeah, I heard Umar got pulled up on today, Antonio. I heard that. He don't got pulled up on. E5 had to go ahead and call. He had to go ahead and I got to see if that's true or not. Hold, let me see. Let me see. Oh, let me see what he said, Liz. Hold on. Look at. Oh, somebody got Max V as a Uber. Damn, that's your screen name? Max V as a Uber. Man, I got some fans up in here on Liz. Jesus Christ. Oh, you in NYC? Yeah, we got some snow out here in Virginia. You know, out here, we get about 5 inches out here. People panic. The grocery store was packed last night. I mean, it was packed. You hear me? It was packed. Let me see your transcript. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good, Max. How you feeling? Glad to see you back live.
Yeah, I had to come back on this new channel because I got a few subscribers over here. I said, uh-oh. I said, let me go ahead and go live. I said, because I cannot hold out for 90 days. They got me in
that's
jail
a
for 90
long
days.
time. Yeah.
For something I did in 2017.
Could you appeal it, or did you try to appeal it?
Nah, it was a copyright strike. It was my fault. It was a copyright strike.
Hey, Al.
It was
hey, how are you doing?
It was
Good to see you.
It was a copyright strike. It was 5 seconds. It was 5 seconds.
And there was no way to remove the strike?
Because I was singing. I was doing a cover or something.
Okay, were you singing by yourself, or were you singing with the song?
I was singing by myself.
Really? Because I sung a Carly Simon song and I didn't get struck.
Be careful, because they said I sound just like the person.
What song was it?
I was singing on When a Woman's Fed Up by R. Kelly.
Oh,
what? They think
all people R. Kelly? Yeah,
R. Kelly.
It may depend.
You know what? R. Kelly, he needs money. He did that on purpose. Something wrong with him.
No, it wasn't R. Kelly. Boy. It wasn't R. Kelly. It was whoever owned the song.
No, I'm just saying it's whoever owns the usually it's the publishing or the record company who holds the song. Right now they want their money. So
just to let you know,
that's the thing. It depends on it depends on who owns the rights. When you're talking the music business, it's who owns the song rights. It used to be Sheets.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on who owns the rights. And how far they want to take it, I guess, with YouTube. Because I think with YouTube, you're supposed to put, if you use music, I see those anti-Afro Svengali's videos. She has to put down the publisher, the song title, and the publisher. I think that's required, isn't it, for videos?
Yeah, and I didn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's required if you use music. Now,
Oh,
I don't know about singing. Like if
oh,
you just sing,
just to
like,
think
but
about it, I did
Mhm.
use the instrumental when I was singing.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
That's where it got you.
yeah,
The
oh,
instrumental.
that's why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
so when it comes to music, from what I know of the music business, I used to, I've done everything as a writer, but I also used to review CDs when I was in LA. And later on, I got affiliated. I read up on the music business. I'm just going to be blunt. This will get me into trouble, but what the hell, I'm probably already in trouble in some respects. The music business, in my view, is a criminal enterprise.
Mm.
There, I said it. There's a lot of shadiness affiliated with the music business, the music industry, labels, not recording artists themselves, not necessarily singers who often get screwed, but the business itself. So that's why when it comes to song rights, that's where the money is, right? Song rights and ownership.
Yep.
I'll give you an example. Right now, I'm looking to, I've been trying to set up bookings to talk about the death of Sam Cooke, because there's this movie out called One Night in Miami.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I need to finish it. It's really
Excuse
good
me.
so far.
Darnell, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you.
Okay. And so Sam Cooke, who I read a biography of years ago, I got interested in his case, meaning his death, because there's a lot of mysterious aspects, a lot of unanswered questions. And I've been interviewed on I've done analysis of a couple of famous cases in the past on a podcast. Bob Crane, for one, the Star Hogan's Heroes, his death, and also the death of Bonnie Lee Bakley, who was Robert Crane's wife, but what's his name? Robert Blake's wife.
Robert
So
Blake,
I've been interviewed about those two. And so I got interested a few years ago in Sam Cooke, primarily because of his background in the music business. I wasn't into his songs. The songs are good, but I was into the fact that he started his own record label. He had his own publishing, and he was interested in controlling his own music. And I hate to say this because Umar was, hate to bring Umar into this. Umar is in a video talking about Michael Jackson and Prince. And the thing about Michael Jackson and Prince is that they both spoke out against the music industry before they died. I don't want to get into conspiracy stuff,
yeah.
but it is true.
He's not dead. Michael Jackson ain't dead. Michael Jackson ain't dead.
Both of them fought against the music industry. They both fought against the music industry. Michael Jackson had a fight against Sony, and Prince had a fight against Warner Brothers. He was trying to get his masters.
Yeah.
So, and again, this is information. You don't need to listen to somebody like Umar. Just as an aside, you don't need to listen to somebody like Umar. You can go and look this up yourself. I knew about this long before I was aware that Umar was saying this. But Michael Jackson and Prince had both spoken out against the music labels and music industry. And they both had their struggles. I think Prince had pioneered basically online record sales. He was one of the pioneers of selling his music.
He really
online.
was.
And I mean, from a musical standpoint, I mean, he was, I think, a very good businessman, but he was fighting against the labels. Again, when it comes to the music industry.
Because he got duped when he was younger. Because he was younger. He was a teenager when he signed away his, the first master. And it was like, wait a minute, I did what?
Well, it's hard to, that's what they want. The labels, the industry, they want to control all the masters, right? I think even, what's his name? Ray Charles. I don't know if he got to own his masters, but I know he wanted to own his masters. See, that's where the control is, the master tape, the master recordings. You control that, so you can put out, especially in this internet era. The recording artists that I've talked to, that I interviewed a couple of them, they always were telling me, I had to quit touring, or I had to quit, singing at this point or quit the band because I wasn't making any money. This is typical. The music labels, the music industry, they want to keep all that money for themselves. One of the things I say is that if you compare the music business to Hollywood, they allow you to keep your shirt and your pants. But the music industry, they'll strip you down to everything, including your underwear. They'll leave you with nothing. That's why a lot of these recording artists are broke.
Did you see the New Edition story? Because they had a similar story too. Because they were signing a contract when their parents were signing the contracts.
Oh, that's
when they're
even
teenagers,
worse.
and then they were getting ripped off. Then they get a new manager, and they found out they're still getting ripped off.
Right, that's how it works.
They have to keep going on tour to make money because they're basically spending.
Yep.
They're spending most of their money that they should be earning doing studio song, doing the studio song, and they got to go on tour to make it forward. So that's why you see some artists now, they don't come out with any new music, but they're always touring because that's where the money is.
Yeah, that's the only way they're going to make money. They can't make money from the record.
And that's why I didn't blame, I like when...
Because the record label is going to make that money.
And that's why I like when Erykah Badu, when everyone was doing the stay-at-home tour, she did a whole concert online from her basement of her house, and she charged her fans directly.
That's basically what I think recording artists are going to have to do, not just in this age of COVID, but in general. They gotta get the rights to if they're songwriters, don't give those rights away. Don't give them away if you can avoid it. It's very difficult because the labels want control of everything. The industry wants control of everything. I say this as somebody I'm coming out of retirement now, I'm going back to freelancing. But as someone who has been a freelance writer and has been a freelance journalist, I understand contracts to an extent. I'm not a legal expert, but I've had to sign contracts. And when you're a writer, one of the things you want to do is retain copyright.
Yes.
When you're negotiating with magazines, negotiating with newspapers, you want to retain first rights as a freelancer. That way they get the first rights and you own the copyright. For a lot of these small little publications I wrote for, or a number of publications I wrote for locally here in Hawaii and elsewhere, I had no contracts. So I guess according to the Copyright Act of 1976, which is the last copyright act I'm aware of, I retain a number of those rights. So if someone tries to print a story, put it on a website or put it and charge money, I guess I can sue. Because if I didn't have a contract, I own the rights. Because I created it, technically first rights would go to me unless you sign away through a contract. That's why it's difficult.
Let me ask this question. So let's talk about copyrights in regards to Umar Johnson's book. If some writer who came up with the original idea sees their work in his book, can they sue him for that? Because they were not giving credit? Okay,
first of all, he's done 2 books, right? I think the first was Psychoacademic Holocaust. Yeah. And the other is the Parent Teacher Advocate book.
Yeah.
Now, my understanding is that those are self-published books. So when you self-publish instead of being a publisher, I've written for magazines, newspapers, all kinds of things, but I've never written a book. But I know enough about the publishing industry because I was looking to write a book at one point. And so if you self-publish, because self-publishing is such a big thing over the years, self-publish generally means you get to keep most of the money. See, when you publish with what they call legacy or traditional publisher, they're going to get the money as per your contract. And they're probably going to hang on to the rights for a set amount of years, depending on how long they retain the rights. So one of the things you got to look at with Umar, the first thing is, I don't know if he actually wrote his books. I don't know that. I haven't read the books. I have no interest in reading his books. I would if I were forced to, but I don't know if he has. Based on the way he talks, now I don't know. I don't know what his writing ability is. He's ostensibly an educated person, but that doesn't really mean anything. Just because you're educated doesn't mean you can write very well.
Yeah,
I know people who have people who are very well educated. They're not writers, and I know this because I've been a ghostwriter. That's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. But first thing, I would have to determine whether Umar wrote the books or not. Did he hire a ghostwriter to write the books? You got to look at that. And he's self-publishing, which means that he doesn't have a legacy publisher or traditional publisher. So he's going to keep the profits for the book. That's why he's going on these tours. Notice the book signings, right?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So what he's going to do, and I know this because I have a lot of book author friends, Facebook friends, and I've seen this over the years. The way they're going to make money from self-publishing is by going on your signings. You have to sign bookstores. If you can get the signings, that's a whole other story. And on locations. The strange thing about Umar is he's signing in really strange locations that I've never seen for an author sign. I've never seen a barbershop used. I've never seen restaurants aren't too bad, but I've never really seen that. Generally, I've seen book signings at bookstores.
Today, he was actually at a cultural place in Philadelphia. That's where Don M pulled up on him. And
Don M, they're not even going inside.
But Don didn't go inside. The other two, the other two people, I forget. Antonio, what was the name of the two people? Well, the father and the son that went inside.
It was,
that was on JLM's show.
The only one husband and her son went in there to talk to Jermaine Shoemake.
Yeah, they went inside.
Jermaine Shoemake money before, and they talked to him. And he over there lied to him, talking about the school is ready to go. He ain't worried about money. He got all the money he needs. They got there and get the school up and running by August 21st, 2021. It was all live.
Oh my goodness!
So if he's at a cultural center, that makes sense.
He paid for that venue. He paid for that venue to be there. He paid for the security because it's free. But you gotta think, most of these events he goes at, he requests to actually come there. He calls them up. He has one of the conferences calls up to get an event at one of those venues, and he pays for it most times for the security. So he's barely breaking even on the internet shit with these books because he has to transport them there. He has to have accommodations. He has to eat. He has to be able to sleep somewhere. He has to get his food and stuff like that. He has to drink. So the money he probably sells like 5, 6, 7 books, $50 a pop. He's not even breaking even whatsoever what he spent to actually set up an event and get there in the first place and to stay in the hotel. I mean, it's all off donation money. We already know that. But he's barely breaking even with and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing, Antonio, with the donation money. That's why he has to keep asking for donations. Because I was saying this earlier. One of my lawyer friends was telling me, he said, Max, listen, if he lose those buildings, he didn't lose anything because he doesn't have any skin in the game. So he didn't lose anything.
Precisely.
And he said, I'm sure he has something stashed away. But he said, to be honest with you, he told me, he said, to be honest with you, the IRS may not see him for about 5 years. He said, they'll come to him eventually, but it might take 5 years because they have other things going on right now. But they will eventually get to him if he didn't pay taxes on that money. If he didn't do it the right way, they will eventually send him that nice letter in the mail.
Well, here's the thing about Umar. I said this somewhere else, and I'll say it here. I view him, because my article really wasn't about the specific scams. And what I've said is that there are 2 scams I think that he's been involved with in terms of the duration of the 10 years or so. The first is what I call the lecture scam. That's 2010 to about 2018, 2019. And that's where he's touring across the country, going across the US, he's been in the UK, Europe, and I think in some African nations, I'm not quite sure. The second scam is the school scam. And there are differences between both of them. This is one of the reasons that I've said, I don't believe at this point that he's entirely managing everything, controlling. Well, I think he controls the basic cash flow for him, but he's not controlling the structure and operating aspect of his, if you could call it organization, because he technically said he's set up an organization some time back. But I believe that there are other people involved, at least a couple other people involved. Tiffany's probably one of them.
Tiffany and Sharon Thomas. Tiffany and Sharon Thomas. I promise that.
And McMillan.
Right, because he gave this the lady. It was Sharon, the woman that the biracial woman that he was dating.
Yes.
Okay.
And he has a storefront.
Right. He spent supposedly $60,000 for her studio. The strange thing about Umar is this. I've looked at con artists and I've studied con artists especially in relation to Umar, because I stated in my article that he's a con artist, right? Long term, he's involved with the long term. The strange thing about Umar is that you see him now, and he's doing things that make no sense from a financial standpoint. Now, you could argue that maybe the donations aren't trickling in as much as they used to because of COVID, and he's not making as much money. But the odd part to me is, why would he go and spend $60,000 on this Sharon or this woman that he was dating and buy her a studio? And he can't buy himself a house. He can't buy himself.
Well, let me mention
even?
that. Hold on, Albert. But let me talk about that. You said not buy his house. So another thing I was going to tell not Don. I'm sorry. I'm so what I said about Don. But there was the other thing I wanted to tell Max about was because he asked like, "Oh, what I've been missing." Well, a couple of days ago, I got sent the second amended complaint against Umar. And on, I believe, y'all, if someone could remind me, I think it's the bottom of page 7 and 8. They basically say the person says, I gave Umar money in 2019 because he said he was going to renovate the school that he just purchased. But I think that he actually used the money to buy a luxury apartment, and they put an address.
Oh,
1712.
Right. I heard that you had a live stream
17th Northwest Street in Washington, D.C. And we were all like, wait a minute. Because remember he said records say he said he had $750,000, right? But then all of a sudden,
well, that's what he claimed.
He paid. Allegedly, he had $750,000, but then he paid, according to records, $400,000 for those buildings. So where's the other $300,000? Is it for this luxury apartment in Washington, D.C.? Which I'm thinking to myself, if you actually bought that, so are you been basically trolling us this whole time, making us think that you're just really dirt broke and walking everywhere in rental cars and make it seem like you're just so poor and you're in need of these donations and you got a whole luxury place in DC?
No, he stay with his mama. He stay with his mama. He don't got no luxury place. He stay with his mama.
It's interesting that you saw that already. It's interesting that you bring this up because I was beginning to think the same thing. Now, you mentioned that in this amended, the lawsuit, right? It's Archibald. I can't remember the last.
Archibald versus Johnson.
I was going to make a video on that. It has been amended because I looked at it this morning.
For a second time, I went through it kind of like line by line, and I even made some suggestions. Like, it's better than what he had before, but if he needs to take out all that stuff about Shakim Ra, it's too much. They need to take it out. It needs to put the focus back on Umar. You just need to mention that, hey, he's a part of these other Umarians that Umar Johnson is using to silence detractors and donors who ask him about the money. That's the main point you make about that. You don't need 10 pages about Shakim Ra. However, I did mention, I said, if someone has a complaint about Shakim Ra and if they think he owes them money, there is 10 pages of evidence from this amended complaint that those people can use now. And that is scary. And that's why it's like Shakim Ra needs to like cool it. He needs to like chill out.
He needs to go away.
The thing is, they do need to cool out because I don't know who, like I said, I don't know who doxed me. Like I said, it's not doxed, but who swatted me. But if
because they called the police to come in your house, right?
Well, no, it wasn't like like I had a warrant or anything. There was a complaint against me. And then they said I was moving guns across state lines, which wasn't true. I mean, they can easily find that wasn't true because they, trace my whereabouts. But that wasn't true. And also, I didn't threaten anybody with firearms. So they don't have any. But I had to go there.
That's serious, man. I mean, I
had to go there to clear my name.
That's not a joke.
Yeah, well, I had to clear my name, and so I'm okay now. But I don't know who did it. I wish we could find out who did it.
Well, I would. But
sometimes those people, they talk too much and tell on themselves.
And that's why I'm just going to sit back and listen.
Right. Well, here's the thing. In your case, that's a serious charge. I mean, that could have gone that could have gone sideways very fast.
Right.
I mean, that's nothing to play around with, especially in this day and age. So whoever did that was looking to screw you over, Max. Definitely.
Right.
And all because you're exercising your First Amendment right. Like,
right.
Seriously?
But here's the thing. I believe, I hate to say this, I won't even be surprised if he thought that the police would want to come and possibly get violent with you. That it would go there. Because I'm looking firearms and I'm saying you threaten with firearms. That's a potential fatal escalation right then and there.
Yep.
I mean, so I would, if I were you, Max, I would try to find out if you can.
Well, I have to hire. It's like, because it's not their number one priority, because obviously they found that I wasn't in the wrong. But if I hire an investigator, which that's going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah, will.
I'm working on. Hopefully we can find out who did it, because they did it from a library in California.
In California?
What?
It was California. Yeah, that's where they traced it to. But they use, like, for example, if I have a Skype number, right? My Skype number, my area code can be anything. I can choose any area code. But when they made the call, you know, it came from another location. So, but anyway, they tracked me or whatever. They looked at my background. Obviously, I'm clear, but still, I just don't know who did it. You know, I don't know if it came from Umar's end. I don't know.
Right.
So we'll see.
Like I said, because of the nature of that, I mean, if it was just that they thought you made a threat against someone, sans weapons or without weapons, fine. But firearms related, and you had made a threat, yeah, you got to take that seriously.
Yeah, because out here where I am, that's a big thing where people be moving firearms to other states, because, you know, we have something out here called the gun show loophole, which means that I can go to.
Are you in the East Coast?
I'm in the East Coast. I'm in Virginia.
Okay. I didn't want to go into detail. I just wanted to say where you were. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I can go to a gun show right now and with cash and purchase anything I want.
Same thing in Texas.
And I don't have to show ID. And what people be doing is they be taking those, not everybody, but some people, they, you know,
obviously they double G, for real?
They sell them.
Wow.
The gun show, wait a minute. The gun show loophole is still in place?
Yeah.
I thought Brady Act and all those pieces of legislation got rid of that.
No.
No, the NRA has too strong a hold.
NRA is one of the biggest lobbyists.
Biggest lobbyists.
Yeah, I know they're powerful, but I mean, that's one of the things they were trying to get rid of was the gun show loophole. I'm aware of that, and I'm like, but here's the thing that I was going to talk about. Getting back to, I think it was the book by Umar you were asking. Do you mind if I just say, let me see your transcript? Do you mind if I just call you that, or I don't want to see your name?
That's fine. Everyone just calls me, let me see your transcript, or they just call me Kim. That's fine.
Oh, Kim? Is Kim okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kim, here's the thing. In regards to Umar's book, one of the things is you have to determine whether he wrote it or not. And Umar's credentials educationally have been questioned. I'm not one to question it. I mentioned it in my article, but I don't really care whether he has educational credentials or not.
See, but I do, because I'm thinking he's using that to do the scam. Oh, I have degrees.
I mean, I think people should be concerned about it, but I'm saying that's not my.
You should listen to me. Yeah, you should buy my book. Yes. Let me see your specification paperwork. Oh, you should. I can charge this for an interview. Oh, I can go on Fox Soul. You know. I should be the leader of a school, and you should send your kids here. It matters.
I think it's right that people question his credentials. I'm just saying I'm not the one who did that. I'm somebody who noted it, but I'm not one who's preoccupied with it. As far as I'm concerned, If he has it, fine. If he doesn't, that's a concern. Definitely. But here's the point. You have to determine in regards to the book whether he wrote it or not in terms of how valid it is. See, even if you have educational credentials, and I know this as a ghostwriter, though I've never ghostwritten a book, you can be educated. You can have a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD. Well, PhD, you should know how to write because you have to write a doctoral thesis. Even master's degree, you should know how to write. But generally, if you have a degree, college degree, say a bachelor's, that doesn't mean you're a good writer. In fact, you could be a bad writer. There are educated people who are not great writers. I know because I've come across this in the years that I've been a writer and a journalist. So I know this as a fact. So my assumption, so with Umar's book, you have to find out whether he wrote it or not. Secondly, you also have to find out where he, I would also be looking at the information within the book because you asked about, where he, whether he had quoted someone or whether he had gotten information from someone. See, I haven't read his books, so I've heard, and I want to stress heard, people have made the charge that he's plagiarized, that he plagiarized supposedly his doctoral dissertation, that he's maybe even plagiarized the books.
And some of us are looking into his dissertation.
Right, because what's his name, Poetic Flacco, had played a video where he was showing his dissertation, or at least the signature page. So
we need to see the whole thing, though.
Right.
Yeah, there's two people. There's two people by the name of Umar Abdullah Johnson that went to that school. So we're trying to determine which one is it, because there's two people.
That's why I was in my article. I didn't go into detail about Umar in regards to educational credentials. First of all, it wasn't an investigative piece. It was an analysis piece. So I didn't go into detail about that because I was aware that there was more than one Umar Johnson. So I wasn't sure. The same is true with the charges against Umar, because there is a Umar Johnson that was arrested for cocaine possession in Cobb County, Georgia.
Yeah, there was. And also there was a Sharon as well with him that was also arrested.
Okay, so yeah, there was someone else.
Yeah, so, I don't know if that's the same Sharon Thomas, but there was a Sharon Thomas that was arrested as well.
Well, it's convenient, isn't it?
It could be a coincidence. It could be a coincidence.
And this is
how she got her house, her art gallery?
No, I mean, I don't know. I haven't verified it.
Well, I get what Kim's
allegedly.
Allegedly.
No. Here's what I get what Kim's saying. Here's the funny part about Umar. Now, the charges have been brought up. That's why I didn't go into detail in my article. The strange part is this. If Umar has been arrested and he's been charged, what I've seen online are these charges. I see no mugshot. I see no arrest report. Normally, if somebody's arrested, you get mugshot, you get arrest report. You got some other nature, especially in this day and age with the internet. That stuff's already online, and you can't hide from that. Have you seen a mugshot of Umar?
No, but I've also looked up other people in Georgia, and I haven't seen a mugshot for them either. But it does show that they were arrested or they have some type of case.
Yep. But generally, if you are arrested, you get a mugshot. Especially, they put it up online. It used to be it was just for police purposes. Now they will put the photos online, so you can't hide. They shame you publicly.
Well, you know what's interesting? You know what else was a huge coincidence? The person that was arrested in Georgia had the same birthday as Umar Johnson. Isn't that a coincidence?
You mean
it's really a huge.
Would that be August 1974? I've done my homework.
No, the only reason why I know his birthday because he said the only reason why I knew the date is because he mentioned him and Kobe. Remember when Kobe passed?
Yeah, me and Kobe, we're
and then
Leo.
He shared his birthday, and then I went and looked back at the record again. They had the same birthday. I'm like, wow, that's a huge coincidence. And there was a woman named Sharon. That was crazy. That was a huge coincidence. So I'm gonna say allegedly because I haven't, verified it, but
Kind of interesting coincidences, aren't they?
But the case was
coincidences.
He didn't get any trouble though. The case was dropped though.
Like, was it
misdemeanor?
Okay.
Or something like that.
How do you drop cocaine possession?
And maybe it was
cocaine
just
possession is narcotics. Narcotics, those are more often maximum minimums.
I'm thinking maybe they had less than personal use at the time.
Yeah, but that's possession of a major Schedule 1 drug, I think.
That's not marijuana, that's cocaine.
That's a major drug, cocaine. So this guy has been, let's just say some Umar has been arrested for cocaine possession. And it gets dropped for that. Something's up. Something's up. That's why I said something's going on with this guy. I've been saying
who sent him. That's why I said who sent him.
Right.
And I'm gonna go out. I can bet you guys right now he would never get in trouble. If somebody sent them, he's never gonna get in trouble.
That's precisely right.
But I don't want to talk too much though.
Right. I was watching a documentary about I think it was the death of Tupac Shakur. And they were talking about this Snoop Dogg. Calvin Broadus is his real name, of course. And Snoop Dogg got off a murder charge. He also got arrested for various other things. And what Suge Knight, who used to be the head of Death Row Records, said when he was in prison, he said, every time you get a person who gets in trouble but doesn't do any time, he's working for law enforcement.
Not necessarily, because sometimes, I'm assuming Snoop Dogg got money too.
Again, understand, he got off a murder charge. He got off these other charges. And so my point about Umar is this. Now, I don't know who this Umar Johnson is that got arrested for cocaine possession. But Umar made a statement about police that was on, if you look at the documentary that Lennon Honor made, you will see this comment that he made that was on a local TV news station. So you mean to tell me this guy can go around making comments about law enforcement and nothing happens to him? He doesn't get in trouble with anyone?
Who sent you, sir? Who sent you, Umar?
Damn.
Right, precisely.
You got me thinking. You both got me thinking.
I'm telling you, I'm saying this. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Something's going on with Umar. He's much too free and unencumbered. Why is it that other African-American men are harassed, bothered, haven't done a thing wrong? And Umar, you never hear any issue with cops. You never hear any issue with law enforcement authorities. You never hear any problems from other people, other authorities, anyone. It's like Umar can operate freely and there are no repercussions. And he's been doing this for over a decade. Something is going on with this man. I've said he's not alone in this.
He's not.
There's somebody either pulling the strings or helping him.
He came out of the blue. He came out of the blue. He came out of the blue. He came out of the blue.
Yeah. And when you see people like this, they are not elected. They are selected.
Yeah, they're actors. Even I'm not gonna say the other person he's linked to, but I'm not sure if they even related.
When you see people like this, they are not elected. They are selected.
They are selected, yes.
Right. The question is, who selected Umar? Who is behind?
I mean, you gotta think who's their target demographic, and it's part of the conscious scam community. I mean, they let those guys run rampant with impunity. Now, especially they exploit their own ethnicity, which is black people, so they don't give a damn. I mean, that's what the majority is. Sometimes I think they know what he's doing. As long as he's not messing with the Caucasian only money, I mean, they fine with what he's doing. They eventually gonna come after IRS. Eventually gonna catch up with him.
Yeah,
it's just about this time. I mean,
because that white Karen and Ken who bought that book, and if they gave him some money and it turned to be bad, they'll be gonna listen to them. He gonna get arrested tomorrow.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Now, you mentioned Kim. You mentioned the amended court case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me address that. Now, I've had some suspicion of Umar for a lot of reasons. One of them is financial. And when you mentioned that there was an address in Washington, D.C., a so-called luxury apartment, one of the things that I was wondering about Umar that I found suspicious is why he was so intent on looking as if he was, if not homeless, then houseless. A man of his ego, of his arrogance, of his outright feeling that he's a colossus of education, which should have pride. But Umar doesn't act as if he has pride in this regard. He doesn't seem to care. And this is suspicious to me. So I believe that you may have a point. This is what I've thought. This may be a part of his game, to believe that he's down at the heels, homeless, got very little money.
He hates himself. That's why he hates black people. He's very depressed behind the scenes. The stuff he promotes to you when he's live streaming, that's not the real Jermaine she makes. It's just not. Because like when Tariq and she found him, the man was standing in the damn, I think like a storage room when he found him. Before he did the Hidden Colors, and that's when like Jermaine ain't really got out there. When he found him, the man was in the goddamn storage room. That's what he's living at. He's homeless then. He's homeless now. He only got to keep to his mama's house. He can't get in. So that luxury apartment in Washington, D.C., you got to put somebody else's name on the lease. But his only concern is entertainment gratification. He has too many vices. You can't maintain none of that stuff.
Well, here's the thing.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt y'all. Max, can you drop the link so that JLM 360 can come up, and I'm gonna just drop back down. It was nice talking to you, fellas. I'm gonna give someone else a chance to
I appreciate it, Kim. Have a great day.
All right, bye.
Bye.
But the point that I wanted to make was this. What I wanted to make was, I believe this may be part of the scam, but what's odd about Umar, and I said this before, is that he's incompetent but effective as a con artist. You have to think about the fact that when you look at Umar, you have to wonder, why isn't this guy put money away? He spent $60,000 on this, I guess, girlfriend, Sharon, whatever her name is. But why hasn't he bought anything for himself? Why hasn't he bought an RV to live in? Why hasn't he bought a home to live in? Apparently, if this Washington, D.C. address is true, if he bought an apartment, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's very.
You have to look at that. I mean, when you're a con artist, the whole point is to put money away, to squirrel it away, to have something. You want to make enough money so that you can go out somewhere and, if not retire, at least enjoy your money. And he doesn't, either he's doing that, and of course, we won't know about it, or he's incompetent at doing that. See, it's tricky with this guy.
Yeah,
he's crazy. He's crazy like a fox.
He's very interesting because that GoFundMe, he raised over 700,000. Then I remember he was on a talk show. He said, "Well, it's in a bank account," and so that was a few years ago, right? And then he mentioned recently that he collects over 150,000 a year in donations, but he didn't say.
That's what I saw.
He didn't say if it was personal donations or the FDMG donations. He didn't specify. So it could have been. Let me look at my. It could have been personal.
If I have my notes here, he had stated that he gets. I think it was in the Lord Jamar interview. He gets about 150,000. I don't know if it's 125,000 or 150,000 approximately in donations in a year, or he got. So let's just say that he got 150,000. Let's set that number. And that we know the school was announced, look at my notes here, January 6, 2010 on Facebook. So if he was getting $150,000 since, let's just say 2010, that means in a decade, if with stability being there per year, that means that Umar would have at least made $1 million.
Yeah.
Minimum. If we are to use that as a representative sample per year. So I believe that Umar has made more than $750,000. That's my analysis of the in the book. I believe he's made more than $750,000. I mean, that he's made more than $1 million.
I say 3+ million since 2005 when he was with the UNIA doing the same thing, because he started a school scam in a church in Buffalo, New York. When he first announced he was going to open up his own school. So I say like $3+ million since 2005. So the first people just giving money out of their own hands.
Well, here's the thing about Umar. When I look at my analysis, like I said, the two scams, what I call the lecture scam and then the school scam. I believe that the school was originally just a means for him to make money.
Right, I believe that too.
And he was doing that as an idea. I'm going to open this academy. I'm going to open a school for boys. And I think he had no intention of buying property and starting the school because it took years. What happened is, I believe the idea grew and metastasized and expanded within African-American communities that he was going to do lectures and going to do events at. People latched onto this idea and they thought it was fantastic, thought it was great. And it may be that also in a lot of lower socioeconomic neighborhoods and communities, that a lot of people who are desperate to get their kids into better schools, better environments, and get them to college so they can get careers and better lives, they really latched onto this and thought, if this guy's serious, I want to send my kids there. I want to get involved in this.
Right.
And I think the idea grew, and it got to a point where it was embarrassing for Umar, and it expanded. It just grew out of all proportion. And so I think he was convinced, I don't know if it was Tiffany or someone else, to just go ahead and purchase the properties and to buy he claims 4 buildings in Wilmington, Delaware at a cost of $400,000. That if he's right about that, that would mean if it's 4 buildings, that would mean each building was about at least $100,000. I'm just breaking it down.
But somebody was just saying here, they think it's roughly about $1.5 to $2 million over the course of those years. Now, I don't know.
That's a good figure.
What he's doing. I don't know if he paid taxes on it because he doesn't talk about it. But if he did, if he didn't, they will eventually come after him.
It depends on whether he had filed. That's why I said in Umar's case, the financials are really important when you look at that side, because one of the things I was saying to people is, because I assessed him, I analyzed him, but I didn't do an investigative report into it. If I did, I would have been all over his financials. I would have been looking at every single item, I would have been going after it financially. And because I would have
live right now.
Oh, who is?
Umar is. He's live and at his book signing.
Where's his book signing?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, he's live right now.
Oh,
He's eating. He's eating on camera.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, he's eating a wrap, some type of wrap sandwich.
Anyway, just in any event, the financials of Umar are very important at this point because he's purchased the property in 2019. I'm not sure whether he used a holding company or not because I didn't look into that. Because I really haven't looked into all of those aspects. One of the things I would say to people who are the Umar critics and are interested in this sort of thing, look to see if there are any holding companies, look to see if there are any corporations, any dummy companies that are registered under an Umar Johnson or a Jermaine Shoemake. That's very important. Also, I would be wondering if he has any money stored in any known tax shelters, places like the Cayman Islands, Bermuda. I think Bermuda or Bermuda, I think it's British, but Cayman Islands is British too. Like Cayman Islands, Isle of Man, other tax havens.
Right.
You also may have to look at that because you said about somebody was talking about taxes. That's what you got to look at. He may have put money away in tax shelters. He may have money put away in
he got too many vices. He got too many vices for him to put money away. And then he has accomplices you have to pay too.
Huh?
He has too many vices and then he has accomplices to pay. And like I said, you want to make it to $125,000, $150,000 a year, and you got to pay all the vices he has. He's traveling around the country constantly, flying first class, staying in the best hotels. He has to eat good. He has to look nice. And then, like, he has the vices with the drugs and the women. So, like I said, he's running through that money in a rapid pace. It's like industrialized pace. He's running through that money.
Again,
like
at this point, what I'm saying is that may be the case, but that's why I said I think he's made over $1 million. He says 750,000. He said that in interviews 2018, 2019. I think he's made more than $1 million. And I believe, again, it's hard because I think that Umar is both incompetent and effective at the same time. He doesn't seem to have a business mind about him, but he may know enough to be able to protect his money. The fact the IRS hasn't cracked down on him, the fact that he hasn't come under law enforcement scrutiny, I believe that either he or someone in his quote unquote organization has stored money away, has offshored it, put it somewhere. I'm convinced. That's what I think is going on. That's why I say that Umar isn't alone in this. He wants to give the idea that he's just by himself, a one man alone, but he's got a couple other people involved in this. He's got a couple other people involved, and I'm convinced that he's got money stored away somewhere. Some bank, probably not in this country. If it is, you would be able to find it. Possibly you'd be able to find it. But if he has any brains, he has his money offshored in some tax haven and tax shelter, either in the Caribbean or somewhere else.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's going on, Corey?
You a smart dude, Al, but my opinion, Umar ain't got street smarts like that. He ain't. See how you talking? That's somebody who deal with real illegal, like, street funds. You know what I mean? Like dope money and coke money and, you know what I mean? But man, Umar broke. Dude ain't got no cash, man, because he wear the same clothes all the goddamn time. He ain't these goddamn rental cars. A motherfucker with some money, man. Any person with some money, stash, shoebox, rubber band, whatever. Hey, a person with tape, you gonna know by his appearance. You know, like he ain't gonna be in no same shit all the time, and no dashikis and shit all the time. You know what I mean? African apparel all the damn time.
But here's the thing, Corey. Here's the thing. What better way, and I've learned this in my own life, what better way to give the appearance that you don't have any money than to dress down, than to not eat out at expensive restaurants, to not spend your money, and to look as if you don't have any money. It's what I call the millionaire next door complex.
He doesn't do that though. He doesn't do that though, because you have to understand, he's about instantaneous gravitation for the moment. He doesn't think ahead like that. You've seen him plenty of times how he talks about himself in the third person. He's not going to be frugal like that. You see it all the time, especially when people give him gifts. He already bragged about having more frequent flight miles than President Obama flying first class. He's not that guy. You saw him in the Japanese bath. No, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. Like I said, he don't got that money. He spends it as fast as he gets it. He doesn't have an all-star bank account. He has a shell company. That shell company is a non-profit organization he has. That's the shell company. That's the zombie corporation. It's that non-profit organization he has. It doesn't have an office hours, a product or service. It actually utilizes, doesn't have employees, doesn't have a phone number, doesn't have a location, but it has a P.O. box. That's the shell company. Like the one he had, the other IEN number, the other nonprofit had filled out there. That's the shell company. You know.
So you're saying that
like
his holding corporation, his holding company is FDMG?
Yes.
Okay.
It's obvious.
That's why I said
he's misappropriating the funds from the beginning.
Right.
Hey, Corey,
what were you about to say? Go ahead,
Corey, what were you about to say? You were about to say something.
I was finna say, shit. What I was finna say, Max? I was finna say, shit. God damn it, it was on the tip of my tongue, bro. I was listening to Antonio because Antonio be dropping some shit I ain't, you know what I mean, I don't be knowing about. But damn, what the fuck I was finna say? I forgot what I was finna say, bro.
It'll come back to you.
What I'm stating here is I'm assessing Umar, and I'm analyzing him, and I'm looking at the possibilities of what could go on with this guy. You're looking at what's happening with him, and I'm going, that's why I say he's incompetent but effective. Umar doesn't strike me as somebody with a business mind. Otherwise, he wouldn't act and behave in the way that he has. But you never know.
This what I was going to say. Have y'all ever been around somebody that got a hold to like some bad drugs? Like, and it made them chemically unbalanced, like they couldn't get back to what they used to be? Like, cause look, I got a friend. Like, this guy was a smart ass kid, straight A student, went to college. He got a degree in something. I forgot what he had a degree in, but he fuck around and did some drugs one night at a party, bro. And whatever he did or whatever he took, it knocked his whole thing off, his whole mental thing. Man, dude walk around here thinking he's something.
I've heard of stories like that. They can't handle. Some people can't handle it.
Yeah, he think he's somebody else, like, bro. Like, and I'm like, damn, cause some of the characteristics that Umar be throwing out there, I see them characteristics in my partner, man. Like, he got so many names that he call himself. I had to tell him, man, which one, who is you today? You know what I mean? What you want me to call you today? Which name you going by today? You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I'm at, like with Umar, man, because I look at him like he not important, man. And see, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out why is he so important to us? That I'm talking about myself too.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I consider myself a real dude, like a real manly man. I never been the type of person that like to gossip or into, you know what I mean? Like,
right. I heard what you had said about Umar before, and you kind of hit it on the head. You just didn't have any respect for the man. You like thought something's wrong with him. Man.
Well, Corey, I'm gonna tell you my part of it. A very close family member of mine gave him money and he blocked her. So I said, say no more. I'm on him for the rest of his duration. I'm on him for the rest of his duration. I'm going to be on him because it hit home with me. He took her money and he blocked her. So
was your relative asking for like a status update with the money?
She was asking for a status update and he blocked her. Okay. And she gave him a lot of money. So he's on my radar now. He wasn't on my radar before, but he's on my radar because of that.
Right. So
what makes this an interesting topic for all of us? Because
all right, well, here's the thing. It's no different from me talking about Joe Biden every day, because what I'm about to start doing is I'm about to start covering his presidency. And I guarantee you somebody's going to be like, why you keep talking about Joe Biden? It's the same thing.
He already signed 25 goddamn executive orders, didn't he?
I know. You read them?
25, bro. That's the most out of any president.
Yeah, he has
the most.
Yeah. He's doing a lot of reversing and.
Well, he's got to undo
look, bro, let me
all
tell
the
you something. Let
executive
me tell y'all
orders.
something.
He's got to redo
Like
all the
family,
executive orders that Trump wrote in his 4 years. So he's got a lot of extra EOs to sign, as well as other probably pieces of legislation to promote because of Trump. Last
bro,
4
like
years.
my family, we in the politics. See, a lot of people don't know. You can look it up. It's record. Like Rodney Slater, that's my cousin. That's my like third or fourth cousin. He worked. He was the head person over transportation up under Bill Clinton. You know, from Marietta, Arkansas. His name is Rodney Slater. Man, I just think his name is Rodney Slater.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
But
I heard the name.
Yeah. I just seen Bill Clinton, man, like firsthand, dude that came to my family reunions and everything in Chicago, bro. Like for real talk, no lie. You know what I mean? So politics, I'm into politics. And Biden, man, he gonna fill the prison up with black men, man. He gonna fill it up.
Corey, so I think I understand your sentiment. I got sort of a frustration too, and I came to the conclusion that I'm frustrated with the situation with Umar because I really do. It would be beautiful for whatever he's trying to pull off to work, and I think a lot of people are frustrated with that. So either you're gonna act like it's not a big deal that it's taken over 10 years, or you're gonna say, "Hold up, something's going on. Let's figure out what's going on."
Yeah.
So I think I hear frustration in your voice because I have the same frustration, and I think that's why people care to some degree, whether they want to admit it or not. I mean, yes, it's entertaining, but at the same time, it's frustrating because it hasn't happened.
Why you think it's so hard for like real men to confront Umar? You know what I mean? Like people like Don. Like Don want his money, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like
Umar be ducking.
He's scared of confrontations like that.
Umar is a hard person to find. He be ducking.
But he didn't. But Matt and Corey, he was there to approach Jermaine Shoemaker. He didn't do it. Him and TTT, he was outside filming. They never went in there to actually approach and talk to the man. It was like the only one, her husband and son went in there to talk to Jermaine Shoemaker at that event. He got at that restaurant.
I do find the Umar Johnson storyline fascinating because every so often, maybe once every 20 years or every 15 years, we have somebody come along in the community, just like Marcus Garvey did. He uses the community for his own benefit. It happens every decade or every 15, 20 years. It happens.
But that might show how much of a need that I guess the black community wants somebody to run this the right way. Like, it could be some level of desperation to some degree that, okay, anybody that's willing to step up until we find dirt on you, anybody that's willing to step up can step up, and we'll ride with you until we find some dirt on you.
Well, here's the thing, though. We don't need leaders. He's going after a certain demographic, and I caught him. He's going after a certain demographic, and he's trying to suck them dry. That's what he's doing.
Right.
I know
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
A lot of people right now that's watching me right now. They're watching. He's being watched. A lot of people that they're not going to get on these panels. They're from all walks of life. They're watching him.
The strange part about Umar is this. When I was interviewed by Kim, who was on the panel previously, the only thing I expected from that interview was that Umar's supporters, stands, fans, whatever, would flood the mentions and then defend their guy. That never happened, except for the time I was on your live stream, Max, and this guy Jobs, whatever his name was, talked about Umar and tried to defend him. That's the only person who has defended Umar in my presence online that I've seen. If Umar has supporters, and I know he does, if Umar has fans, and I know he does, if he has all of these people that supposedly have his back or support him, I don't see them. This is the one thing, the one piece of the puzzle that I don't have as somebody who wrote about Umar, because I don't know what his supporters are like. I mean, I know the demographic. I know he has a lot of female support, but I don't know what his supporters are, what they're like, what they think of the guy. I don't see them. Like I said, they won't come on like this.
Albert.
They won't step up.
Let me explain.
They won't deal with me. Only that one guy did. And I've never had, except for that one guy, no one else has defended Umar to me, including these bottom feeders that I call the good guys. But I don't call them. They call themselves. These bottom feeders and sewer the good guys.
Most of Jermaine Shoemake's like donors, his target demographic, they're most people that donate one time, and they don't really care for the accountability and transparency. They're not donating enough anyway. They're just usually doing this to actually, you know, I guess, invest more goodwill into the afterlife. I would say that. I mean, this is about like you know, this like good karma they're sending by sending this money for an idea of vision that he's perpetuate. Like they started them with Pan African Marcus Garvey School. It's just about them just feeling good about themselves, just donating at one time, maybe sometimes, don't really care about accountability, transparent, or you're invited off from the attack. They're not looking for that. They're just looking to donate one time and move on to the next thing. They have very short-term memory, and so they're not really concerned about what he's doing with the money, particularly other than that they donate him a good faith.
But my point is this: where are his supporters? Where are his fans? Where are his so-called fans? Because I don't see them. Other than these supposed good guys who aren't really supporters of Umar anyway, they're opportunists that are looking for attention. They just want to be stars on YouTube, and they're upset and angry, which is why they're lashing out at Lenin and lashing out at Gerald Palmer, and they're lashing out at a bunch of people, the anti-fraud warriors, including anti-Afro Svengali. They're lashing out because they want to be stars, they want to be successful on YouTube, and they're not. That's the real essence of these people. That's what's really going on here. And that's why they're lashing out at you too, Max.
Well, if you want to be successful on YouTube, you have to treat it like a job. You have to go full blast. You have to put the work in. It might take 6 to 7 years for YouTube to finally recognize you.
That's interesting.
I know people personally that has been in YouTube for about 10 or 11 years. They have about 1 million subscribers. They just now becoming successful. It takes work. You're not gonna be successful doxing people and talking about people. That's not how you're gonna get success. Let me tell you something. My most famous video right now is not Umar Johnson, it's Casey Anthony. If I want to go viral right now, because I'm already tuned in the algorithm for Casey Anthony. If you search Casey Anthony, my face is gonna come up. So all I have to do, if I was in this for the money, all I have to do is make Casey Anthony videos all day,
and you'll rake it in.
And I will rake it in. Yes.
Right. See,
because that's what I is Casey Anthony.
See, this is what I didn't realize after I did the interview, and I didn't realize all this. Why these guys were attacking me and why they're still attacking you and others like Lenin and so forth. They're jealous of Lenin. They're envious of Lenin because Lenin has a huge audience. He has the super chats. People want to give him money because he's a family guy. He treats people well. From what I see of Lenin, I don't know him. He seems like just a genuine, easygoing, nice guy. And when you compare him to someone like Umar and these others, there's an angry, nasty. It's funny. I saw a video of Umar on something called the Teacher's Lounge. I don't know where it's come from. And someone had called into the show. It was like a cable access show. And someone called in and said, this young man is angry. He's just so angry. And they were put off by the way that Umar behaved and the way he was. This is part of the reason, I think, why you don't see a lot of the Umar supporters. And I think why these good guys and these other people who are in the anti-fraud warrior, the anti-fraud warrior camp, why they're not successful. They're attacking Lenin because his videos are succeeding, going viral, or doing well. And their videos aren't. They're getting ratioed. They're getting thumbs down. People just aren't with it. And all they have to, and they're not going anywhere. That's why this, oh boy.
Yeah, it's
I was
it takes a lot
I
of
was
work.
right. I mean, I appreciate what you said because I'm seeing this now because I didn't know YouTube before I did the interview on Let Me See Your Character. I didn't know it, so I didn't know the whole business model and everything. Now I see what's going on. I mean, this is all about business. It's all about money, but more important, it's about attention, likes and subscribes and shares. But it's like they want the attention on them. They want to be quote unquote stars in a way. They want to bask in the glory of others. And they're not getting it. So they're lashing out at you. They're lashing out at Lenin. They're lashing out at anti-Afro Svengali. And to a certain extent, they're lashing out at me because I'm on live streams having to deal with the lies these people have put up, like Flacco, and having to say, look, that's not me. You know, they're saying these things that aren't true. I have to correct them. And they don't like that. And they're just people who don't know how to play the game. This is a game for them. They're not good at the game. And that's why they're so upset and angry. It's very clear. Even this new guy, I guess I call him new, Shakim Ra. He's another one. It's the pattern I see with these people.
Right.
Flacco, Monty Woodgrain, Shakim Ra. They start off by attacking Umar. They put those videos up. Shakim Ra and I think Poetic Flacco, they did a few videos attacking Umar. Then they turned 360 and they start attacking Lenin and others.
Right.
That's what this Shakim Ra's guy is doing. And now he's being, all these people are kissing his butt in the Good Guys Coalition, the anti-fraud warrior coalition. They're kissing his butt because they look at this guy. Oh, you're a young guy. You're going after them. You're exposing them. This guy is a fraud. This is a guy who started his own quote unquote school, the Shakim Ra. He started his own school called Amin Ra University. Kind of interesting, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. And so this guy has had a school that he calls Amin Ra University, which is interesting. On one site that I saw this guy on, I think called Way Up, which I think is about giving career opportunities to college graduates. It states that he has a bachelor's degree from Wayne State University in computer and information systems security. But this Amin Ra University states on its Facebook page, in either the general section or about section, that it's education, science, technology, and engineering. Yet what it also states is he's teaching Egyptian hieroglyphics, magic for beginners, and advanced meditation techniques. This is according to Facebook, the Facebook page, or at least one of them, science, technology, engineering, education. This guy supposedly, if you believe the Way Up site, has a bachelor's in computer and information system security from Wayne State University. That's what the claim is.
I don't have that.
He's teaching hieroglyphics. He's teaching magic. He's teaching advanced meditation. Hieroglyphics would mean that you have a background in Middle East studies or Near East studies. Where is his credentials? The French man who deciphered hieroglyphics was Champollion. I don't see any educational credentials.
And Champollion, when Champollion went to ancient Kemet, most of those, like I said, those temples and great architectural ancient structures and pyramids themselves, even the Sphinx, was buried under hundreds of tons or 1,000 tons of sand. So you couldn't even see the hieroglyphics to begin with, to decipher in the first place, because the metametric hasn't been fully deciphered. That's why I told him. There's so many, like hundreds of different interpretations of the metametric through the hieroglyphics or ideograms, pictograms. It's esoteric and exoteric meaning to all of it, at least hundreds. But you can actually figure out several of them. I mean, that's how far they got. But it wasn't the Caucasians that actually did it. Because like I said, most of that stuff was buried under tons and tons of sand. They had to excavate all that before you even get a chance to read any of it in the first place. And what they did see was the top of the temple.
I think this guy Shakim Ra is supposedly, I believe, a web developer. I believe that's it. He has his own business. I believe that the LLC was founded in February of last year. Now, Taz the Goat, I think that's what he goes by. He did a live stream yesterday. There was a older lady called Deborah Ishiki, Oklahoma, who came on the live, and she knew this Shakim Ra guy. In fact, she said this guy was homeless at one point at Wayne State University. She said she helped him out financially, and this guy turned on her and attacked her. So he was trying to use her organization, which I believe is affiliated with Native American, or it's a Native American organization. He's trying to attach a Cash App, I believe, to it, and also trying to use the website for his own purposes.
Right.
So she said that he just turned on her, disrespected her, attacked her, and tried to destroy her. This is a pattern with this guy. Like I mentioned the others, this particular guy is now being promoted. He's being lauded. He's being raised as kind of the new, a better version, better than Flacco. First, you had Flacco going out and trying to frame and smear Lenin. Now you got the Shakim Ra guy. He's not only attacked Lenin, he's also attacked Gerald Palmer. And he's really gone after it. Because Palmer had mentioned, and it kind of exposed him on Amin-Ra University. By the way, when I mentioned that it was listed under Education, Science, Technology, and Engineering on Facebook, on their site, all you see are a couple of courses. One has to do with, let me see, Black Native Americans in the white slave trade. And the other is, let me see here, should we interpret the Bible, parentheses, Israel, literally? I don't see anything but a couple courses here to so-called university, no degree programs, no classes, nothing. I think he also has a book that's come out or something called, let me see, Egyptian Origins of the Bible. So this is a guy who's a web developer, supposedly, or involved with, online stuff. This guy founded a school, no course, no classes, supposed courses, no degree programs. This guy claims to have a bachelor's in computer and information system security. His school is listed on Facebook, Education, Science, Technology, and Engineering, but he's teaching Egyptian hieroglyphics, magic for beginners. In fact, I believe there was a course, something that said a spell for $1 million or something along that line. But he's teaching hieroglyphics and meditation techniques. And this is the guy who's going after Lenin Honor. This is the guy who's going after Gerald Palmer, attacking him as not only a teacher, professor at a community college, but also personally. This fraud, this grifter is going out and attacking people. See, this is the point that I have to make now about these people. These people, whether it's Poetic Flacco or the Shakim Ra, these people are bottom feeders and they are sewer dwellers. They're frauds. They're grifters. It's clear. I mean, I didn't even expect this once I wrote my article about Umar. I said, boy, these guys have some nerve going after the critics of Umar.
But Max, you've mentioned it quite a few times. There's a million ways to make money on YouTube, right? And maybe they took the 50 Cent route and you attack the big guys so people would get attention, bring you attention, and then you try to build on that. But I agree that it's some of this stuff is cutthroat. It's a little too much. But at the same time, where I draw the line is where now we're starting to see all this stuff about the wife and this is getting personal. This is getting beyond.
You said the wife?
This is just right. Yeah. Well, see, maybe you weren't up on it, Max. But
no, I'm not up on it. Let me know.
There was a video that I brought up to Shakim Ra. He put a video out where he's actually live streaming, reporting welfare fraud on Lenin and his wife.
That's correct. He has a video about that. He has a video on that, and also to report him to the IRS.
Yes, I said that's way too far. If you got a beef with Lennon, take it out with Lennon. But now it's they're tracking the wife and her business, and did they report the taxes last year on the money she made from her side business, and they're collecting welfare. I'm like, what is this becoming? Like, this is beyond just being upset.
Hey, identity. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Umar is gaslighting them to do this?
I don't. I mean, even
because
bad
he's
press
aware of them.
press
When he was on the live chat, he's aware of them. He watches them because I forget what's the other guy's name. He got a YouTube channel. He came on here one time. He don't like to let people talk.
TCTV?
Yeah, no, not him. The guy.
I don't know.
C-Rock?
Yeah, C-Rock. Because Umar said, "Yeah, I see you, C-Rock." He said, "I see you, C-Rock. You have my back, C-Rock." Umar is aware of it.
Right.
He's aware of it.
He's definitely aware of it.
They're doing this.
But it's crazy though, because they just eviscerated C-Rock School. And the good guys did in their last chat when Rev G exposed him for being bisexual and ordering male escorts. So they just eviscerated C-Rock School like a month ago on the live stream when Rev G exposed. And so I know
somebody said to me, Antonio, like, how can you blow through $2 million? You can blow through $2 million in less than 6 months.
Right.
He
has so many
he didn't invest it. He could have invested that money and made more
winners who won like
precisely.
$2, $3, $4 million.
That's why I say he has no business mind.
He doesn't think ahead like that. He's always in the moment. It's instantaneous gratification, whether it be sexual, financial, or just feeding his damn face.
Hey,
you see, he's doing a live stream now over eating the damn rap, but he can't show degrees and certification. What's going on inside with the contract? He can show himself eating, but he can't show you nothing going on inside. You always ask him, "What's up with the HVAC? Where's the money for the HVAC?" He gets nothing.
But here's the point that I want to raise about Shakim Ra and these other guys. This woman, Deborah Oklahoma, I believe her name, is, I guess, Native American to some extent, but also African American. This Shakim Ra talks about Lenin not being black and talks about, he has no right to talk about black people. This guy attacked a African American woman, called her all kinds of names, said she didn't have any respect, tried to destroy her life. And this man has the nerve to talk about his community and someone like Lenin has no right, and these other critics of Umar have no right. This guy is a fraud. I'm just come out and saying it. I've done enough research on this guy, which I didn't want to do, but I've done enough research because this guy is going over the limit. This is a war.
I talked to him about.
Most of them all do that. They're deplorable individuals.
I've been on Shakim. I'm sorry about that. I've been on Shakim's channel quite a few times, and I try to be as unbiased as I possibly can and kind of keep the conversation off of like, okay, I don't have a beef with Lennon. I'm on his live, but I'm not like, rah, let's go Lennon.
Right.
It's entertaining, whatever. But I literally tried to keep the conversation civil and say, it's one thing to be joking around, but when you start attacking someone's family and then you get mad because Lennon doesn't respond, it's almost like what you said, Max, about gaslighting. You want that response because it brings you more of an audience, and Lennon's not giving it to them, and they're getting upset. Now, I do know Umar knows about these people doing what they're doing. He could literally do exactly what Lennon does and flag all their channels and all the stuff that happened to you, Max. I mean, he could do it, but I think it's generating an audience. I don't think he wants to do it. He knows they exist.
Here's what I would suggest. This guy, TCTV, has come out with some kind of animated CGI animation kind of series that he's going to come out. He has a sneak preview. He's laying out some of what's going on behind the scenes with them. Maybe he didn't think about it, but he's laying out. This is a collective aspect of the good guys. This is a plan on their part. Whether Umar's behind it or not, I don't know. But I think Umar is benefiting from it because he now has these flunkies, these minions going after people. And so what they're doing is they're getting together and they're going after person after person after person in an effort to try to delegitimize them, to try to defame them, and to try to destroy them on YouTube. And now it's going beyond that. I warned the anti-fascists. I said, these
it doesn't matter what they do, because it's not going to take away from the fact that Jermaine Shoemake will never have that school open. That's the whole thing. It's not going to take away from that. Like I said again, he hasn't filed a school plan. He hasn't filed a business plan. There's no letter of intent. There's no certification of occupancy. It has a wrong zoning variance. It's like manufacturing 31M. You need zoning school residential. It takes months to get that shit done. He doesn't have a curriculum. He doesn't have courses. He doesn't got no applications for employment or enrollment. He doesn't have no financial liquidity, reserve liquidity. He doesn't have any liability insurance. He still needs $1 million+ dollars done. Needs to be done in that small bill. Nobody's talking about what the gas furnaces and the water heat pump looks like outside. You all know the HVAC systems are scrap, and electrical systems, and the plumbing. You trying to tell me they didn't touch that neither? Bullshit. And then he needs tile work done, ceiling work, get all that black mold, all that toxic black mold that's in there. And it's still on the Brownfield cattle site in the Union City neighborhood, in one of the top 10 to 15 most dangerous cities in the U.S. with 170+ sex offenders less than 100 feet away from that school. And the median average income for a black family in that area is probably like $40,000. It's going to take 15 to 20 grand a damn year to send your child to school and give them a free education right now. And there is no payment plan. There is no school supply. There is no equipment. There's nothing. This is why he doesn't have a team. It's just him and his associates.
Right.
It doesn't take away from that. He owes 140,000+. That's on the school property taxes. You got utility bills. You got a vacant property taxes. The shit's still on the vacant property list. He still ain't paid that dumb shit yet. And then he has those new Newcastle County school district taxes coming due in like, I think, July. He already owes like $144,000. This is separate from $13,000 he owes on vacant property taxes, and probably like $13,000+ in the utility bills that he owes. And we're not talking about the late fees accrued, the interest, and him reneging on the payment plan of that. We're not even talking about that shit. Dude still got boards on the windows and the damn door. Only thing he did was a half-ass paint job with that old-ass paint, interior paint at that, from 6 years ago, in that bomb shelter shed that he didn't know about. You know, he bought the building 2 years ago for $400,000. And like I said, the man made at least $3+ million from 2005 on now, because he had various schemes outside the school scam. Remember, we had the shocking memory, the mixtape, this book scam that he finally got booked for, even though he was taking pre-orders 3+ years ago for the shit. Changed the name on it from Johnson E. Fortune because he doesn't want to get sued because it has a freaking disclaimer in the first few pages of the shit, and he already said out his mouth he's not a certified or licensed psychologist or whatever because he hasn't kept current with the continuing education since like 10 years ago. All his shit is expired. He has 2 degrees. He doesn't have 6. I told MaxVWorldMedia stole it from that dude, Umar Rashad Abdul Johnson. He was born September 7th, 1980. That was married from Yemen. He's probably dead now because he got his doctorate in 2012. And it's like you can't find Jermaine Shoemake's dissertation whatsoever online. So they took that shit off because it was plagiarized from a Caucasian woman. He stole someone who does affinity fraud and identity theft outside of being racist his own ethnicity and colorism issues and severe debt issues too. Like I said, it doesn't take away whatever I call them, when I call them the pro-fraud wars, because they love Jermaine Shoemake, Jermaine Gandalf. If I call them 2 motherfuckers like Jermaine Hawkins. They, like I said, they was waiting for this motherfucker to defeat the Caucasian Raleigh Sauron. So they, like I said, they thirst so much for a fucking Messiah. You know, they are out for their own sake. Just like when Lennon gets money off of Jermaine Shoemake's neck, they just want their fame. They want their money off his neck. They don't give a damn about Jermaine Shoemake for real. They understand it for themselves and for them to be music, entertainment, distraction like I am. But they have an evil side to the shit. They want to perpetuate this negativity because, like I said, they hate themselves. You can always see it. They have a void inside them. They'll never be filled. And that's why they can do the horrible stuff like that, like doxing people, lying on people, saying the most heinous, disparaging things, not just against them, but against their family, their kids, and call people coon. This was like one of the most racially charged epithets you could ever use against another melanated person, another black person in this damn country, especially if you know where it comes from. Like I said, they're only in it for their own game, but they wasn't going anywhere. It doesn't take away from the fact Jermaine will not have the school open. That's all it's saying. Eventually, they're going to foreclose and take the property from him, and all they're going to do is buy him out, give him enough money to pay off all those fucking liens and back taxes and everything else, and probably give him a 2 or 3 grand overhead. And all he's going to say is, the detractors, the white man, everybody else took the school from me. See what they do, people? Now, get on your Cash App, get on your PayPal, send me your money order. I need to find another school. That's all that's going to happen. That's it.
So this is precisely what he mentioned was
Hold
also
on, let
a
me say
little of
something
what
real
I
quick.
mentioned.
Let me say something real quick. If you don't like what we talking about, leave, because I'm getting ready to start blocking people. So if you don't like, listen. If you don't like what we're talking about here, if you're not on the panel, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. If you don't like what we're talking about here, we're just having a conversation on the panel here. If you don't like it, you can leave.
I got a
If you don't like talking about
I guess I
Umar or
got a
whatever,
couple
you
questions
can
of
leave. Because if I keep
actually
seeing,
people
I'm
were
gonna
asking
block you, even
me,
if I know you.
how could I attack another
Must be
Like,
brother?
even if I
one
know
of
you,
them that's
even if I
banned.
know you, hold
You
on.
know,
Even
to
if
be
I know you,
honest,
I'm
like
gonna
I
block
said,
you.
you know, when I throw a joke out there, it's a joke. I'm not taking it personal when people joke about other things. You know, it's not that serious. But
Right.
I
We're just
do
sitting here.
understand that the language that Umar speaks and the language that, and I'm going to bring her in, that Tiff speaks, I've seen her go nasty on somebody, and all they're asking are simple questions that usually
Hold
Umar
on 1
trips out
second,
on.
identity.
Like,
Hold on 1 second.
what are we
Hold
doing
on.
with the
I gotta
school?
get
What's an
something
update on
straight.
the school?
Identity, hold on.
You know, it's like
Can y'all
this
hear me?
this nasty response. Either you're
Identity, hold on 1 second. I gotta get something straight. If you don't like what we're talking about here, just leave, because I'm gonna start blocking people. You feel me? You know, if you want to come on the panel and you want to talk about something different, please do that. Please do that. It's an open panel. You know, if you don't like the Umar conversation, go over to the other panels. Not here. Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead, identity. I'm sorry. Identity.
To get on with him.
Oh shoot.
anybody close enough to where he considers them in that partnership. You notice he stands alone with a lot of this stuff, which I believe is the downfall to his whole effort. You are not going to build the school by yourself. It's just not.
No, I don't play ripples and waves. I don't like. I see people low-handed comments in here. Oh, why are we talking about Umar? Well, go somewhere else. Don't fucking come here. Don't fucking come here, because I don't know who the fuck compromised my fucking safety. So fuck you. If you don't want to stay here and listen to what we're talking about, fuck you and leave.
I guess the Umar supporters have come out.
Nobody here was compromised, and I had to turn myself in on some bullshit. So if you don't like it, you can leave, and that's it. That's period. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, you can leave. I don't know none of you motherfuckers here. I'm just here. I don't bother nobody. I'm just here minding my fucking business. If you don't like what we talking here, leave. I'm a middle-aged man. I don't play these fucking childish ass games. If you don't like the fucking conversation, leave. Period. Go ahead, y'all. Yeah, they getting Pookie from East Orange right now. This is not Max.
Are these
you don't like the conversation, leave.
Are these people that are mad because of the criticism of Umar and maybe the Umar Shaq Imran, the other supporters? Is that why they're mad?
If I want to talk about Umar Johnson until you're tired, that's what I would do. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
If I want to talk about Umar Johnson till you blue in the face, that's what I would do.
Right.
Because I saw the backhanded comments. Oh, yeah. Oh, such and such was on the channel. He could tell that you were fucking lying. I wasn't fucking lying about nothing. I could show you the paperwork, but I can't show you the paperwork because I dropped names on it. And these people are being watched right now. So I can't drop that right now.
Right.
I don't play these childish games with kids here. Okay. My mother information got out there. My niece information got out there. My information. I got a family protect over here. You know what I mean? So if I want to sit here and talk about Umar Johnson, after what happened to me, I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop talking about Umar Johnson. Period. So if you don't like it, you can leave, or I'm going to start blocking people. I don't need no moderators. I'll block you myself.
It's kind of disrespectful for people to come on a live stream or on a YouTube channel and try to dictate to people who run live streams or shows what they can and they can't say. I mean, that's just, you just don't do that. People don't, they shouldn't be trying to tell you or anyone else what you can talk about or anything else. I mean, that, as far as I'm concerned, that's just rude and not just bad manners, but just you don't do that. Like if they don't like the discussion about Umar, most importantly, we're talking about his minions, the people that are working on his behalf. If they don't like it, they can just go.
Yeah, just go. If you don't like it, just leave.
Go where you go. Go to the Umar live. Go watch Umar live.
Yeah, go watch somebody else's live. Period.
Right.
If I want to sit here and talk about cryptocurrency, that's what I'll do. Listen, go to my other channel. I got 2,000 videos uploaded. I talk about other type of shit. If I want to sit here and talk about Umar, that's what I'm going to do. Period. Don't come in here and say, oh, what we're talking about. Oh, we're talking about Umar. Go somewhere else.
I don't know if these are supporters of Umar, but if they are, it's typical. They don't have any respect. That's why I mentioned not only Flacco, but the Shakim Ra. These are people that really want to quote unquote expose people, dox them, go after them. And they have absolutely no respect. That's why I call them bottom feeders and sewer dwellers.
Yeah, they are bottom feeders and sewer dwellers. I don't give a fuck about them. You think I give a fuck about them? No, I don't. I don't give a fuck about them. They don't got nothing else to do but go show up to an Umar event and nothing happened. They went there for nothing. Nothing happened.
Right. It's just but the problem is the reason why I mentioned this guy and I noted what he was is he's going out and making videos going after Lenin, and it's not just criticizing him. If he just said, oh, I don't like the fact he doesn't work, he's not willing to get a job or he's not doing this, fine, say that's fine. But you're going and saying they should be reported to the IRS. You're saying he's committing tax welfare fraud. You're counting his super chats. I mean, what kind of person is going to go and add up his super chats and add up his money and go, oh, well, he's only making this much money. Good going, guys. Let's keep the pressure on and make sure he doesn't make any money. What's this guy done to you? What's he done to this person? I mean, it's like, these people are just reprobates. You can't be polite about them. You can't be nice. This is why I warned the anti-fraud warriors.
Nice. You can't. I tried to be nice. I tried to let them on my panel. I tried to be nice, and one of them issued a threat to me saying it's war now. Well, that was forwarded off too. So he's being watched. He don't even know it. Right. This is why I warned the anti-fraud warriors. I said they're declaring war on you. They've gone after Lenin. They really want anti-Afro Svengali. They hate her with a passion. Why, I don't know. Maybe it's misogyny. I don't get it. Maybe they hate women. I don't know. But they despise her because she's been such a vocal critic of Umar and has not stopped. No, China, when you came on, you was like, let's sigh. We're talking about Umar. Please go somewhere else. Yeah, we're talking about Umar. If you want to talk about something, you're free to come on the panel. Yes, you're free to come on the panel. But there was no reason to sigh. There was no reason to sigh because I didn't say anything wrong to you. We just sitting here having a conversation. But it wasn't just you. It was some other people. They were making low-handed comments as well, and I was catching it. Yeah, they can't stand the heat. We're beginning to state the facts here. So if I want to sit here and talk about Umar for the next 5 hours, that's what I'll do. They can't handle the truth. No, I'm not gonna be nice no more because I got fucking swatted for no fucking reason. So, and it's not right. Yeah, I warned the anti-fraud warriors that they're declaring war. You guys, I don't know. They're gonna handle it however they wish. They have their way of dealing with it. But I'm saying I warned them the best I could. I said these guys are not going to stop. They've drawn blood. They're like sharks. Once they see blood, they're going in. They're going in for the kill. That's what they want. And you see it with Lenin. You see it with Gerald Palmer. You're just seeing it. I mean, what I'm seeing going on with the Shakim Ra guy, with what I saw with Poetic Flacco, it's stuff I've seen in politics. Smears, dirty tricks.
I mean, this is bad news, and it's probably going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Something's got to happen. Something's got to happen. Either Umar's got to be dealt with, or his followers got to stop, or these people got to stop, because it's just getting out of control. It's getting out of control. I mean, what are they going to gain from it? I mean, maybe super chats. Maybe you're getting PayPal. Maybe you're getting, donations out of it. Okay, that makes sense. But beyond that, what are you gaining out of it? Looking like slanderous, vile surrogates of Umar, tools. He's just sitting back and enjoying this. And you're taking the risk. You're getting seen as an underhanded, cruel doxer and dirty trickster. Is it worth it?
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why they do it? It's not because they have anything to gain. They have a lot to lose, mostly, other than gain. But it's just about the engagement. They don't care how it goes, whether it be mostly it's going to be negative or neutral, hardly ever positive. It's just about the engagement. It's like when somebody does any kind of video up here, you see they can do the thumbs down or thumbs up or thumbs down. YouTube still just lists it as engagement regardless. Whether you get more thumbs down or thumbs up doesn't matter. It still gets qualified as engagement. It's a different algorithm that YouTube operates on. And that's all it is for them. It's just engage. They don't care what it is. That's what type of people they are. Like I said, they have a void. They'll be filled. So whatever engagement they have, like I said, majority is going to be negative. It's just what it is. They seem for that. That's how they persist throughout the day in, day out. It's just about the engagement. And it's on YouTube. It's a great platform for you to do it. Because mostly that's what YouTube perpetuates nowadays. But you find plenty of positive, specific and beneficial things on YouTube that you can learn from, that you can grow from. Like just like here on this channel right here with MaxV, especially all the different topics he found on, like 2,000 plus videos. And that's one thing I do love about this channel right here, that we can actually build this same opposite Jermaine Shoemake and what the hell them folks are doing. It doesn't really matter about them at all. Just speaking on this makes me say I don't care about them at all. It's not doing anything. It's just what their customers are doing. It's just who they are. So just I'm trying to analyze them and pretty much trying to decipher what they're doing, where they're going with it. You already know where they're going with it. They're going to keep on doing it until eventually somebody locks them up and somebody puts a hold on them. That's what it is.
I've been a writer for a long time, and I've seen a lot. But this whole Umar world, as I call it, is something else. It's a whole other deal. And, the only way I know how to respond here is to state the facts, state the truth, and let the chips fall where they may. You just heard what I found out about this Shakim Raw guy, what I've been saying about this Poetic Flacco guy. And these people can't stand it. And they resent me because I told the truth about Umar. I assessed him. I was someone who wasn't part of this community, wasn't part of the Umar land, Umar world, and they can't stand it. Like I was on some live stream last night, and this TCTV guy comes along, and he's just still upset over Tiffany. It's like, what? I'm like scratching my head going, what's wrong with this man? He's just obsessed. The last aspect that I'm going to touch on is the fact that these people are like a dog with a bone. They won't let go. They just are continuing up. They're obsessed. See, this is why they talk about the critics of Umar and they say, oh, they're obsessed. Oh, they unrelenting. No, you guys are obsessed. You're using transference. You're using projection onto these critics. That's what they're doing. This guy's upset. I'm like, look, I criticized Tiffany. I said what I said because she's a hatchet woman for Umar. She's put herself on YouTube. She said all kinds of nasty, vile things about people. And you're trying to turn her into a sympathetic character. Well, if she wasn't going out and attacking people, if she wasn't going out and making possible threat to people, then there would be no reason to say anything, to mention her. I mentioned her for a minute. They still can't get, they're still like, how could you say this? You know why? She's a hatchet woman for Umar. She's a minion. So is Flacco. So apparently is Shakim Raw. These people don't understand who they're dealing with. I've been a journalist for 22 years. I know where bones are buried. I know where secrets are laid. I can go and find out things about you that you don't even know about yourself. So who do you think you're dealing with here? I mean, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not someone on Vimeo. I'm not someone on Facebook. I'm not someone on Twitter. I'm somebody who's been a professional writer and a professional for over 20 years. I never expected my writing one article to kind of thrust me in a position where I had to deal with these bottom-feeding, sewer-dwelling reprobates. I mean, these people, you can't be civilized with them. You can't use the carrot, you have to use the stick. You just have to. There's no other way to do it. You know that from your experience. Because I saw your video about Umar where it was, you had the FDMG Academy projected. I thought it was great. You're not playing games anymore. You were nice. You allowed them on your show, and you at least gave them an olive branch, and they pissed on it.
Right.
And you can't. And so you're going after them after what you said about your relative. I can see why. And I'm trying to do other things. I'm getting back to work. I'm coming out of retirement. I'm working as a freelancer again. I'm really looking to do bookings to talk about Sam Cooke and his case, which is what I've been interested in. And I'm looking to do other things. But these guys have stated lies about me. They've stated things that are patently untrue. They've stated things that make absolutely no sense. They're myths, they're fantasies, because these people live in a dream world. And they love this stuff. They love living in Umar world. They love being part of this, I don't know, avatar-like fantasy land or whatever. However, they love being part of the Matrix, however you want to put it. I mean, there's no other way to deal with them to state the facts. I just stated some facts about the Shakim Raw guy. His real name is Shakim Harris. But I stated some facts about this guy, what I found online.
You said his real name is what now?
I believe it's, let me look at my notes here. Shakim Harris.
Shakim Harris?
Yeah, I believe that's his real name.
Where is he from?
He's from Michigan, from what I see. Because he went to Wayne State University, which is in Michigan.
He's from Michigan.
Right, I believe so. And so this guy, according to the lady that was on Taz's live stream yesterday, he was homeless at Wayne State University, according to her. She gave him money, she helped him out, and he paid her by attacking her, by trying to discredit her, by trying to destroy her. I mean, this is what this guy is. I mean, I've looked at some other things in regards to this. I mean, the fact that this guy started his own quote-unquote university should tell you everything about this guy. No wonder he made videos about Umar. This guy also is involved in a quote-unquote school. I mean, let me just read it again. According to his Facebook, or a Facebook for Amin Ra University, under About or General section, it states education - science, technology, engineering. But apparently, he teaches Egyptian hieroglyphics, magic for beginners, and advanced meditation techniques. Oh yeah, that's the actual university site.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. And they have courses. Notice.
No, is he teaching these courses?
I assume so. I don't know. Do you notice anything about degree programs, certificate programs? Do you see any faculty there?
I don't see any faculty anywhere.
Right. You don't see any degree programs, do you?
There's no about us or anything.
Right.
Where I can see
it's about. And I think now, according to someone,
Egyptian origins of the Bible. Okay.
I think that's a book of his, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong about that, but I think it's a book. Now, according to somebody who was on Facebook a couple of years ago, I guess it's been around a couple of years, he stated, quote, I won't say this person's name, but he stated, quote, "This is no university. The owner has no qualifications. no expertise, and believes in magic and selling spells. When challenged, he'll block you since he is exposed and can't debate intellectually. This is one of the comments. Another person, I think this was on Twitter, states, I think he's a web developer, says that Shaquem Harris is just a scam and chooses Africans, Nigerians to be precise, only to come, let me see here, and make noises about providing opportunities, writing checks, blah, blah. I mean, this guy is he's a fraud. I called him Shaquem Fraud before, and I call him Shaquem Fraud now. Again, let me emphasize what somebody said on his Facebook. Quote, about Amin-Ra University. Quote, this is no university. The owner has no qualifications, no expertise, and believes in magic and selling spells. When challenged, he'll block you since he's exposed and can't debate intellectually. Sound familiar? And we know that the lady, Deborah, Oklahoma, had stated, actually, she stated this, I think she wrote it on the university site herself on Facebook. He said, quote, he tried to defraud me. Quote, he tried to scam me. Quote, he became very angry and methodical to destroy me in public when he saw that I would never let him take money from our organization. Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
His classes are a waste of time. This is who you are dealing with. This is the new Wonder Boy, the new Wunderkind, the new star of the anti-fraud warrior brigade, the good guys. This is the guy. I guess, yeah. Notice Flacco, no longer important. He says he's moving out of the Umar sector. But this is the new guy. He's attacked Lenin. He's attacked Gerald Palmer. And you can bet he's looking for somebody else to attack now.
Absolutely.
Yep. And he was on Taz's live stream and they got into it. Gerald Palmer, I think, was there too.
Yeah, I listened to it.
Yeah. And this guy, again, this is war. They're declaring war against the anti-fraud warriors. I don't know when.
Why are they declaring war, though? Why are they declaring war?
I think it's organized within this good guys collective. They didn't notice that Lenin wasn't attacked for years. Anti-Afro-Singali wasn't attacked in an organized fashion for years. They decided to get together and go after these people because they think it's going to make them, make money off of super chats and cash apps and make them quote unquote stars on YouTube.
They're truly bottom feeders then, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this Umar Johnson sector doesn't make any money. If I really wanted to make the money, I'll stay on Casey Anthony.
Right.
That's
what you're telling me.
That's my most viewed video. That's inching close to 1 million. That's my most viewed video ever.
This is why I think they're frustrated.
Yeah.
They've been trying to make money in this sector. They've been trying to make money for Umar World, and it's not working. Their videos are getting ratioed. The Poetic Flacco's video in my interview had twice the number of dislikes than likes. And their videos aren't getting anywhere. And this TCTV guy said on his stream that he was upset with that. He was angry. And I could see what's going on with these guys. They're mad and they're lashing out. They're angry because they're not getting the attention. People are giving them thumbs down. Thumbs down. And they don't like it because they want attention. They want spotlight. They want to be admired and lauded and all of these things like Lenin is. I mean, Lenin has a lot of goodwill toward him. People like him and they don't like these people. I mean, just look at some of these individuals and their names and just how they conduct themselves. I mean, this Shaquem Ra, these are young guys. At some point, Is this how you want to be remembered? Is this how you want to be seen? Do something else with your life, guys. Just move on. Leave Umar alone. Stop attacking all these other people. Just get a life. Get a career. Get something right. But just you need to move on. You need to stop doing this, and you need to just do something good and decent with your life. But I think that's going to fall on deaf ears because they're not, in my view, good and decent people. I don't think there's anything good and decent about this Shakim Ra. After what I heard of what he said about this older lady, I'm disgusted. I'm just disgusted. He's just a nasty, nasty guy. And he tries to hide it by being this,
Well, you find out.
I mean,
Matt.
Yo.
Matt.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Let me ask you something, bro. Like, okay. I'm sitting over here. I ain't got off this live since you started. And
yeah, we've been live for over 2 hours.
Yeah. 2 hours and 35 minutes.
I haven't been live. I haven't been live for a minute. Shit. I'm like, let me get on here. What's going on,
man? Welcome back, Clark. But check this out, man. Like, the situation you just got out of, and I'm speaking for me. I would be pissed off, bro. Like,
I'm a little bit, but you can't let it get to you because it'll make you sick. Nothing happened.
You mad, but I'm saying, like,
yeah, I'm a little bit. Yeah,
like me personally, like, well, my mind stay with me. I'm talking about me. If I was in that situation though, my mind state would be like, fuck Umar. I'm finna figure out who the fuck called these police on me, and me and him finna whoever, we finna either sit down and see what the fucking problem is you got with me, or however you want to handle this. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you something, bro. I done been inside a house when it's been federally raided by the fucking police. Max, bro, I'm talking about on some real serious shit. You could have got killed, bro. You could have lost your life if you would have went to the people the wrong fucking way.
That's what I said. That's precisely what I said. It was a firearms charge.
Well, if they would have came to your house, if they would have came to your house, bro, in the wrong fucking way. That's why I'm saying, man, that's just me, man. This just me. I'm a hood dude now. Y'all got to understand that. Me, I'll be ready to kick somebody's ass. I'm talking about really like kick somebody's ass, bro.
If I can,
because that's unnecessary to put the federal police on somebody for nothing.
If I can find out who did it, they're going to jail. It's a federal case.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're going to jail.
Why would you risk? Why would they risk? That's stupid.
But
that's
I know it's something more to it because I've been getting emails and all this type of stuff. I've been getting, I'm still getting harassed. It's crazy, man.
They really
hate you.
Let me
tell you another crazy thing though about really like how like
they really do.
The court put their ass on probation, man, and telling them to stay off the internet.
Yeah,
that's how crazy it is. I mean, they won't really go to jail unless they fucking do something to you.
No, it's they will get charged because they wasted resources.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't a lot of resources to them, but they did waste resources on me because I didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm saying
this is not the first time that they responded to a swatting incident. They get swatting calls every day. Every day. Wow. This is like a problem with social media right now that they're dealing with. Right. This happens every day. Swatting is in different levels. Some people get pizza sent to their house. Some people, they get suicide threats saying, hey, such and such is thinking about suicide. Then the cops come to your house. There's different type of swatting situations.
Right.
So it happens every day.
Man, I was sitting here thinking about that shit. I was like, man, and then I really wanted that person China to come on there and see what the hell, but you was so goddamn mad. I was like, ooh, Max hot. So
no, I
you
mean,
know what I mean? But
everybody know this.
that's the thing, man. We got to
talk about
we
whatever.
got to stop brushing them type of people up. Like how you said, bring your ass on here. No disrespect. I don't even know who they is, but come on the panel and talk about it. Don't be
there's certain people though.
There's lawsuits. That's coward shit, man.
There's certain people that's not allowed ever on the panel again because I tried to be nice with these certain people.
Real men don't do that type of shit. They handle their shit like a man. And if that don't work, then you be man enough to like me. I'm man enough to tell Umar, say, bro, you need to either let that shit go or get these people their money back.
Well, in order for him to give their money
that money back. No way.
Yeah,
no
because
way.
it was a donation. They can't get the money back.
Right.
They donate.
You know he ain't gonna get that back, but shit, somebody need to tell him, man, stop taking money from black women. Stop taking money from black women, bro. And they ain't doing shit with it. He ain't doing nothing with these people money.
Right.
But he gotta live his life.
Well, tell y'all something, man. If I had that million, hey Al, if I had that $1 million that he raised, man, I'll pay for a kidney. I'll pay for me a kidney and 3 people sitting next to me one. You know what I mean? With that $1 million.
Right.
Right.
But see, he's trying
real shit, man. I'm talking about I'll bless some more people with that $1 million.
Yeah. But see, you
see people like that, man. It's people like that. It's people like that, bro. I cannot stand.
He trying to
and then, man, he's doing it with them kids, man. See them kids. See, I'm an inner city. I'm an inner city kid. I came from the inner city of Little Rock.
Right.
Yeah, bro. I seen kids survive off welfare, cheese, bread, peanut butter. You know, all this, man. So I know how childhood is. I know how a poor childhood can be. Some of my best friends was poor, man.
I was too.
Well, what I noticed,
you feel me?
Is that
the former middleweight champion of the world, dude from Little Rock. I went to school. Dude was poor, but he could fight his ass off. Yeah, Taylor wasn't no punk, man. Taylor wasn't no joke, but he was poor.
Jermaine Taylor.
But
yeah, he was poor. I went to school with him every day.
Here's the thing I noticed about you, Corey, when it comes to Umar. This is what I noticed. You really, it strikes me, you really have absolutely no respect for the man. I see that.
You know why? Look.
Yeah.
This is the main reason why. Man, and this no lie, y'all. I buy guns from fucking kids. Sometimes I don't even have the goddamn money. Man, I got a household of fucking 5 people. I own 2 businesses. I pay bills at my house and I pay all the bills at my businesses. You feel me? My wife just take care of my children like a woman's supposed to. But man, our kids, bro, that's our future. And when they playing with them, it touched me, man, because, bro, I done bought 6 guns. Man, ain't no telling who could have lost their life behind those 6 guns. I didn't have to do that. I did that because I was thinking about other people. See, Umar don't think about other people. He's so damn selfish. Everything is self.
That's one of the things that
them 6 guns I bought off of them kids. That could have killed my mama. That could have killed my brother, my sisters, my kids. You feel me? And half of these pistols that I turned in to the police, bro, had fucking bodies on these guns. That other niggas that killed niggas with, then sold to kids, bro. That's why it touched me the wrong way, because, man, these kids could have been in prison for the fucking rest of their life if they would have got arrested with that pistol.
Yeah.
And he thinking some goddamn Pan-African shit important to us. That shit not important to the.
It's all a game to him.
Hey,
He's saying that just to appeal to certain people, but he doesn't believe in any of that. He just getting money.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you don't think so? You don't think he's a Pan-African?
He might be,
Yeah.
but his main objective is to get money.
That's true.
That's
agree.
his objective.
I don't know
That's
whether
his objective.
Pan-Africanism
He
is
knows
legit or not.
rhetoric. He knows it. He knows. I give him that. He does know what he's talking about, but his primary objective is getting money to fund his lifestyle. Because remember, he doesn't care about black people. You can tell by the way he talks.
Right. One of the things I said in the interview when I was on Let Me See Your Transcript is, and these guys didn't note this conveniently, as I said, Umar is a misogynist and he really hates black women. See, they don't want to deal with that. He claims to like them. He claims to love them and care for them, but he's really a misogynist and he's he's critical of black women, always bashing single mothers, always bashing all kinds of women. And they don't want to deal with that. So that's why they got mad when I mentioned Tiffany. They just want to go, well, how could he say this? I said, well, how can Umar say the things he says about women? How could he say the things he says about black women? And you don't want to deal with that, do you? I mean, I'm talking to these people. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with the facts. Just like the facts I outlined about this Amin Shakim Ra guy, just like the facts that I mentioned a little about this Poetic Flacco, just the facts that I mentioned about these people, these good guys. This is who they are. This is what they are about. This is all about YouTube. This is all about likes and shares and subscribes, all about money and all about attention. It's about they're getting the praise. They're getting the adulation.
But is it funny to y'all? Is it funny to y'all that it's mostly fucking men though? Is that kind of fucking
right?
That's kind of bothering me, man. It is like mostly men. It's mostly men doing this shit.
I think what makes it worse is the fact that we have a young kid like Shakim claiming that Lennon's not a man, and he wants to get advice on being a man. But the first time he gets his panties in a bunch, he wants to come at him and his family, and it's like, this is not how men move. Like, how do you school somebody on that, and then you immediately turn around and do some childish things? That bothers me too. I hear you know the frustration with that too. The fact that it's just guys going after each other, like just coming at their throats.
Well, here's the thing I noticed when I did my interview on the show. The only people to complain about what I said about Tiffany were men. I never heard any women complain. I never heard any criticism from African American women. No complaints. No one was going and making videos. It was only these guys in The Good Guys that were outraged. They were upset. And they were lying and spewing a bunch of just nonsense about myths, fantasies, stuff that was blatantly untrue. But it was guys. It was guys on the other side. It's guys that are making these videos. It's guys that are complaining.
Let me ask y'all this. What is it gonna take?
I find it weird.
What is it gonna take for the black community to get over this person, man? What is it gonna really take for this to disappear?
I can answer that question on.
You were talking about I was actually Go ahead.
I can answer that question.
I'm sorry.
Most of the black community, they don't even know who Umar is. Like a lot of my friends, they don't even know who he is. So most people don't really care. It's just because it's just on social media. What we're doing, we talk about him, but most people don't talk about him. Because if he was the most requested scholar, he would have been raised $3 million in a month by now. Nobody really talks about him. The only people that's keeping him relevant is the YouTubers like myself.
Well, he is the most requested scammer. He is the he is the prince of scam Africanism. He is ding dong consciousness.
Yeah, he's not that well known, actually.
Right. I was hearing that. Here's what I've heard. My understanding is that in Philadelphia, where he's from, supposedly, he's not well known there. I've been hearing that he's not well known among African Americans there. I don't know if this is true or not, but that's what I've heard. However, I did hear, I was on a live stream and I heard that in Delaware, in that area of Wilmington, that people in that community African Americans are aware of Umar and they know he's a fraud. They know he's a scammer.
Yeah, people in that direct area, they know who he is.
Yeah,
but
precisely.
he don't talk to him. So
he's not asking them for
Corey, as far as like our general population, they don't care about Umar.
Right.
It's just us. It's just us on here.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from on that, y'all, but that gotta kind of be impossible because this guy raised the fucking $1 million, man.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
You know what I mean? That ain't easy to do, man. That's not easy.
It ain't easy to ask for donations. I mean, he's consistent with it. Think about how consistent he is. He comes on every day, run those donations. He's consistent. That takes work. And he's been doing this for over 10 years.
On every day. I think he's coming on every day asking for money because the funds start running low and you got to start tapping it real quick. I don't think he was doing this not that long ago. I don't remember him doing every day like this. And I think in the last maybe year or two, it got heavy with the requests.
Well, you got to understand, Identity. The pandemic is going on. He can't really do shows like he wants to.
I think Corey, he's taking hit.
Remember Corey? He was on the show circuit. He can go on the show circuit and tour the United States and make good money because he's also an entertainer. When he do his show,
well, that's what I said in my article. He's a performer.
Yeah, he entertains as well. If you watch one of his shows, he's literally an entertainer. He's also a comedian, so he can go make money. But he can't gather like
Antonio or Al probably know this. Okay, I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, right?
Yeah.
My nephew go to a college in Little Rock, and Umar came to the school. You feel me? So
yeah, when he was speaking,
this was in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Wow,
this has been a few years back because he's still in his 20s, but somehow it's a lawsuit going on with the school and fucking Umar, bro.
Man, he gets around, bro.
Yeah,
that man gets around.
Look, the name of the school. The name of the school is called Philander Smith College.
Yeah, Philander. What is it again?
Philander Smith College.
Yeah, I heard.
Hey, Matt, I want you to tell. Hey, Matt, she'll call us dude right here. No Cashflow on Twitter about Trump.
Yeah.
So you follow him?
No. What's his name again?
No Cashflow on Twitter. He used to be talent logistics, the talent handler for like the most famous celebrities in the world, like Michael Jackson, Prince, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones. And like he worked with Trump at his beauty pageants in the 90s and on the Celebrity and Celebrity Apprentice. And all his deep dirty secrets, they didn't sign the NDA. They told the world that he wears adult size Depends. He's incontinent. He does drugs. He's addicted to benzos, cocaine, and Adderall. I got receipts on that when the shit flying out his nose.
Man.
We already know he's a narcissist of the highest extreme. That he's in bed with the Italian mafia and the Russian mafia. You know that we already know he's racist and a child molester too. But like he got all the receipts on that dude. And one thing, the Trump, he know about like Jared Kushner, Ivanka, all of them, Don Jr., Eric, and they never ever came at him. I mean, he didn't sign the NDA because he became a comedian and started talking about it on the comedy tour and stuff like that. But they never came out, never sued, because Trump sued everybody. They never sued.
Hey, Max, have you ever talked to Umar personally?
Check him out.
No. No.
Never personally. On the phone or nothing?
Never.
Have you asked?
My cousin has, though.
Antonio, have you ever spoke to him personally?
No, I know people that have, and my friend of mine has, but not me personally. Have you?
No, but I did text that phone, that number he be yelling at all the time.
Yeah.
I had texted, right? And the phone I had, I wish I could pull it up. It's broke, but man, dude wanted me to pay him like this when I first came on and when the COVID first kicked in. He wanted me to pay like $1,500. I had texted him, man. It's in a text message. I wonder can I pull my goddamn what you call that? I'm gonna see if I can look it up at Google.
Well, speaking of comedy, I just thought of a joke about Umar. I said his new book is going to be called, he's going to write a new book, and his new book is going to be called The NBA is a Suspect.
He's already doing that now. I mean, he's already those conspiracy theories. Can he talk about that? But it's just a fast way to ask for money. That's all it is. That's all he do. He's gonna beg money every day, multiple times a day. I mean, that's all it is.
Actually, man, I'm trying to find a way to get away from this shit. You know what I mean? It just be so entertaining, man. I can't believe that it got this far. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have got this far.
I'm at this point. I've already read about Umar. I don't view him as the issue. It's his so-called followers or stands or these good guys. They're the issue right now, as far as I'm concerned. So for me, they're the issue. I'm not concerned about Umar personally. I know who he is.
They're not an issue. They're not an issue. They're pathetic. They can't do nothing to nobody. They can't do nothing to nobody. None of them dudes got no hands. They can't do nothing to nobody. They're pathetic. They just die people and try to throw people information and lie about them, lie about the past, or bring up. If they do got a criminal history and with other people to perform, change their lives, and make themselves a better person, it's like I said, they have nothing. Like I said, they have nothing. They try to call somebody out for the stuff they're actually internalizing. They're just trying to project on other people. So most of them dudes is out there, like I said, they're data men. They're in the closet. Majority. All the dudes you name, all of them are in the closet. You can tell. Especially
Antonio, let me ask you
homosexuals.
Hey, Antonio.
Hey, look, Antonio.
Yeah.
Is that school built on swamp ground?
Yeah.
It's like, it's like you can say it's a toxic swamp behind it, like that lake they need to drain.
Mm-hmm.
But it's on the brownfield catalyst site. Yeah, and it's like a chemical corporation that used to be there, and they're like the build.
He got to pay to have that done. He got to work with the city to have that done.
Right.
Corey, I got another person for you. You never believe this one. He outdoes Umar. Umar ain't got nothing on this dude. I'm about to talk about him eventually. He's called the Siberian Jesus.
The what?
And one of my friends in Germany, her aunt sold her house. She cashed out her 401k and gave everything to him, and they haven't seen her since.
Ew. Damn.
He getting money.
Wow.
The Siberian Jesus. And they had an interview with him. They was like, well, are you Jesus? You the son of Lazarus? He said, yeah, I'm Jesus. There you go.
That's a white dude?
Yeah. He was like, I'm Jesus, right? And they was like, well, why did you go to Siberia? Why didn't you go back to Nazareth? He's like, well, he said, I've been to Nazareth, but he said, now in this life cycle, he said, I'm in Siberia because that's where the people need me. He's getting millions. He got millions off these people. Umar got nothing on this dude. You hear me?
I believe that. His guy is probably a real he's a skilled con artist, I bet. This Siberian guy.
Her aunt sold her house, cashed out her retirement, all her money in the bank, divorced her husband, and gave this guy all her money.
Wow.
His name, that's what happened to Craig Mack. That's what happened to Craig Mack.
Yeah.
Like 4 months ago, they locked his ass up. The Russian authorities, boy, you don't want to get locked out by the Russian authorities.
Yeah, he got
damn gulag.
The Russian authority. It was only a matter of time before the Russian authorities go after him, but he don't even talk to his people. He'll come down this mountain because he got like a huge mansion. He'll come down the mountain. Everybody's waiting for him, right? And his only message was, "Are you ready? Be prepared."
Oh my God!
And then he goes back up. And then the lady started crying. She said, "Oh my God." She said Jesus was floating. It's like he was floating when he was coming down there. Listen, Umar got nothing on this dude. You hear me?
Right. I believe it.
We will go viral. Listen, Corey, we'll get a lot more people in here if we talk about Sergey. His name is Sergey.
I thought his name was Freddie.
It kind of looks like, you know how the pictures.
Hey, that's somebody that do illusions. You know how to do illusions.
You know how the pictures depict Jesus? He looks like that. Look at him. There you go.
Yeah, I see
Jesus, bro. There's people out here think he's Jesus, man. From all over the world.
I don't really touch them type of people because them type of people, man, They be mental. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That motherfucker might be crazy.
That's why
like
he's
for real.
There's people living like huts. They live in huts or whatever, but he lives on top of the mountain in a mansion. He got Wi-Fi. He got the latest iPhone and everything. And we were like, what did Jesus need with an iPhone? He said, this is to communicate my message to my people. He said, back when I was in Lazarus, he said, we didn't have cell phones, but we had mules for Yo, this dude, man, you gotta listen to him speak. You gotta let Umar has nothing on this guy.
Right.
Nah,
no
he
wonder
got
he's
shit
called
on him.
Siberian. No wonder he's called Siberian, because he leaves people out in the cold.
Well, that's where his house is, up in Siberia.
Yeah.
But he's actually he's from Russia.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in any
I
event,
forget what city.
I kind of
in that Siberian gulag, man.
Yeah.
Now he get donations, Corey. He get donations. He gets donations. He gets tithes. They tied to him. They give him whatever they have, and then they come live on the village. He had a little village, and they live in these huts or whatever, and they work and they grow their own food, and
this
he
guy
comes
can
out.
write a textbook about conning people.
Yeah,
this guy can write a textbook on conning people.
But it took him roughly about 15 to 20 years to perfect his hustle. He perfected
long con.
It took him about 20 years.
Yeah, that's the long con. So he's engaged in a long con, just like Umar, except that Umar is nowhere near
determination.
In any event,
that's the hell out of determination to be a con man for that long.
All right, Albert.
I gotta go. Thanks.
All right, Albert.
Nice guys.
All right, nice talking to you. Take it easy. But yeah, Corey, this guy has been perfecting his hustle for 20 years.
Hey.
And he finally he has a huge following, and people give up their lives. Huh?
How old is he?
He's like in his late 50s, maybe now. Late 50s. He started when he was like in his 20s. And he said that, his mother's Mary. He was born in a manger and all this type. And these people believe it. And he got these marks on his hand. Like how Jesus was crucified. He got the marks. It's like he tattooed them. I don't know what he did. He tattooed them. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, he crazy.
Yeah, he crazy.
Yeah, he Charlie Manson crazy.
Doesn't this go back to what you said before, Max? That like, why would black people need a leader? We don't need a leader. I would disagree, because I feel like that's part of, we've been taught to be waiting on a Messiah since forever, right? This is what we've been taught. This is what we've been told. Somebody's going to come and save you out of all your problems and all your issues. And as soon as somebody comes in like a flash in the pan, and somebody, if they can speak well and they can say certain things a certain way, and they start vibing with you with, okay, you understand where I'm coming from. It doesn't take much for people to actually say, I'm a rock with you. Now, we kind of see what the fraud is behind Umar's efforts. I see where the fraud is, but I feel like this is kind of the nature of people in general. There's always going to be some need of someone to run the show. And a lot of people like being followers more than leaders. That's why you have leaders. Right. Because the followers don't want that responsibility. They just want to say, hey, you make the decisions, you do what you do, and I'm going to sit in this little comfortable spot, and I'm going to just ride with whatever you decide. Now, like I said, I think we taught to think that way.
King, politicians, and presidents, prime ministers. When you delegate authority like that to somebody that is a total stranger to you, yes, that's their loyalty. That's why you got. That's why you got a political system. That's what that stands for. You turn the politicians into your new deities.
Yes. I ain't any niggas like that, man. That's too weird. He a weirdo.
No.
His name is Vissarion. I forgot. That's his name. Google him. His name is Vissarion. Yeah. That's Jesus, y'all. That's Jesus.
That man look like he on drugs right there. He look like he on drugs right there.
Look at all his followers.
He been going through it.
That's his brother right here. Hold up, where is he? Hold on.
He was going through his passion. He was going through his passion right there.
Where is he? I just had the picture.
Damn, he looked bad, right? You see that? He looked bad down there when he locked up.
That's his brother right here.
Oh, yeah.
His brother's his bodyguard.
So he in on the scam too, getting the cut.
But he looked bad when he went to prison.
Boy, I told you the Siberian Gulag gonna play no games.
Yeah, I didn't know he dyed his hair. Apparently he dyed his hair. He turned gray in jail, but you see here he be dyeing his hair, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now here it is. This is when he talked to his people. He come out on the rock.
Yeah. Oh, he's so beautiful.
See, this is what I was telling Jay. This is what I was telling Smoke God, man. Look, fatherhood important, man. I want people to understand that. Dude, a bomb father. Dude is a bomb father.
Hey.
Oh, we know that already. That's a beautiful baby girl. Look at that.
Hey.
Man, I done been in all my kids, every last one of their life at this age.
Max, you still alive, Max?
I'm listening how many babies too. See, I'm about to get me some kids too.
I'm still alive. Yep. Hey. Yeah. So cute. Yep. They grow fast, Corey. They grow fast.
Yeah, they do.
Next thing you know, college is on the horizon.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, they can get expensive, boy. You gotta be prepared. I mean, that's full-time job right there, 24/7.
24/7, yeah.
Hold
up.
So
somebody said, why would the Messiah need a bodyguard? Because he's Jesus. Jesus need bodyguard. He had haters back when he was in Nazareth. So he said it. He stepped up.
I can tell you how that's gonna end up already. He gonna commit suicide. Watch, bro.
Well, he's in jail.
Oh, yeah, I can see that happen. They ain't gonna let him do that.
They locked him up, Corey. They locked him up. He's in Russia.
They locked him up?
Yeah, they locked him up.
They'll beat him to death and make it look like a suicide. They'll do that.
Yeah,
man, but we gotta get past that. We gotta get past that.
I think I asked.
We don't benefit from him, man. Don't none of us benefit from that nigga.
Yep.
None of us. That's why I be getting pissed off when you talk about it. But he's so interested because he run his mouth so much. You can't help but to listen to the bullshit he's gonna say, man.
You just gotta ignore it.
I don't even watch funny off-wall stuff though.
I don't.
Well, your job is jumping.
I don't even watch them no more for these other people. I don't even pay them no mind no more.
I can't help but to watch him. Every time he drops something, I got to see what he says.
It's entertaining.
I mean, it's something they don't ever talk about anything.
It is entertaining.
When he was patting his hair, you remember that video? He was talking about relationships. He was patting his hair. What was he doing? I think he be trolling.
He was outside at that book. He was outside at I think that lady from New York came to interview him about his book. And he was outside and stuff like that. And he was in front of the school and he was like, and then he blew a kiss at the camera. Hey, I told you he's a narcissist of the highest extreme. I told you he's a sociopath. Because he knows exactly what he's doing. You know exactly what he's doing. You know he don't care about the school being over. It's just there to perpetuate his scam. That's why he bought a property that was in such dilapidated condition in the first place. So he can continue to string people along saying he need all this repair and renovation and new construction work at the building. He already knew he ain't gonna open it up. He ain't even trying. He lets you know that first, man. He don't got no day applications for employment or enrollment at the daggone school. But he's talking about he's gonna be ready to open in about 6 months. And I give a whole list of what he doesn't have done at all. If you don't got no letter of intent with the city of Wilmington, Delaware, or a business or school plan, you're not gonna get no damn accreditation certification. And then he still has to pass the auditors And the surveyors will come in, they look at every phase of repair, renovation, and construction. So all his Pookie and Ray, unlicensed, unprofessional work, he can then get behind the scenes. They gonna matter work shit. When the artists come in there and have to bring the building up to code so he can get his certification office. They're gonna look at the motherfucking paperwork and see what you got done, needs to get done. And you got all this work done off the damn book. That's not gonna fly, sir, because it's not up to code, it's not done professionally or licensed by the people in that city and fucking state. So you're just doing backwards ass shit just for them people to take the shit from them in the first place. That's like I said again, you're just gonna blame everybody else, the detractors, even his own supporters, the white man, for taking away from him, and then just go over to the next game. Because you're not gonna try this shit over the aftermarket, the continent aftermarket. Like I said again, he don't know nothing about that damn culture, because you got so many various cultures within each damn country. You got 54 countries, 1.4 billion people in the Afghanistan right now, and you got over 2,000 languages and dialects, and different ethnicities and cultures and histories and religions and things and shit like that. And then you got to think about the corrupt government over there, and then the underlying criminal elements. They gonna eat Jermaine Shoemaker over live. He try to go over there and try that stupid bullshit over there. He ain't gonna be able to do it. So he's gonna stay here until they take the bill from him. Then he's gonna go on to the next scam, which is probably, like I say, he a book salesman now. He a book salesman and a life coach. He ain't licensed for shit. He ain't trying to get his licenses back or be current. And so he's gonna try to find another school to pep scam, because he's gonna be doing this shit for the next 20 years. And that's 20 years until like his horrible diet and drug use catch up with him, end up like ODing or something, having a heart attack, something like that. That's what I see him. That's what I see happen. Outside of that, they ain't gonna lock him up because look who he's exploiting. And for him, people get their money back, I say he's funny. I say he should be a hotel comedian, travel around the nation doing his little comedy shows to get back the $3+ million that he stole from the people. They can remember. They actually got receipts for that he's actually get back. But this is to get back to the money he stole. So you already know he's gonna open up the so.
Hey, real quick.
I tell people all the time. I tell people all the time that COVID definitely messed up a lot of relationships. It messed up a lot of people's hustle too.
Yeah. Hey, real quick. Hey, Steve, thank you for the Cash App. Brother Muslim, thank you for the Cash App. I saw it. Oh, by the way, that guy I was telling you, Vissarion, he's a former police officer in Russia. He started off as a police officer, then he didn't retire. He took he just quit, and he took whatever retirement he had, and he bought some property up in the mountains in Siberia. That's how he got started. And then people said, you kind of look like Jesus a little bit. And then he started saying, I am Jesus, but don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, that's how he got started. He was a former police officer. And the reason why they caught him now is because, obviously, it's a lot of stuff that they claim he did: money laundering, tax evasion, all that type of stuff. So he looking at a lot of time in prison. He's still being held, him and his brother and his other associate. So that's what happened with him. I was going to get into that because it's a legal thing and it's an international case. So that's why I wanted to follow it. So hopefully I should be making a video on that soon. But there was some people from the United States moved out there because they thought he was Jesus. They left their lives here and then moved to that settlement. Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 people.
Crazy.
So,
man, that's crazy. People can be easily brainwashed like that.
Yeah,
man.
You can't believe it because you're not easily brainwashed, but some people are. Some people, it was this one guy in New Jersey a long time ago, it was in the 90s. This guy, he used to sell, it wasn't prepaid legal services, but he used to, it was a pyramid scheme. Like you had to buy water filtration systems, right? But then I went to a meeting. They said, dude, this is an opportunity. You're going to be rich. This guy is he's blessed. Like God blessed this guy. He's going to help us, right? So I went to the meeting just to see what this was about. And I remember this guy, because I had to go to the bathroom. He said, hurry up because you don't want to miss this. So when the guy come in, he put his hands in the air and he snapped his hands like this, and everybody got their seat. And I had to get up too because I didn't know where everybody got up. And he said, I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you. And he put his hand up. He had like this holy water. He was like blessing people. And he said, look, we're going to make some money today, aren't we? and people fell for it. It was like a cult, man. It was like a cult, and people lost thousands of dollars, man.
And let me tell you something, Max. When I first got probably, I'm gonna say my first years of my illness, I had a friend. He got murdered. He got killed. He stayed right behind me. His name was Donut. And when he found out I was sick, he was like a street kid, though. You know what I mean? He was like, that was the first thing he said. He said, man, he said, bro, he said, man, you can make so much money, Corey. He said, man, all you gotta do is tell the truth. He's like, I'm talking. He was a slick dude, like did card tricks and shot dice and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So he's like, man, he said, man, so many people give you so much money, man. He said, all you gotta do is get on that internet stuff, dude. And he said, man, you'll be. He said, I was like, man, I ain't no crook like that. You know what I mean? He said, man, you'd be surprised how many people do that. I was like, damn. But sit here going through this whole situation and like the school situation and shit. That's one of them type of people that he was talking about, bro. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, man, not hip the game. They'll get game ran on them, man.
Right. I know. I mean,
that's just it. I don't care how hard we try to push the shit. We telling people. We telling people, man, there's people out here got facts on this guy, man, like showing you facts on this man.
Yeah,
but yet and still, he seemed to get shit in the mail. I'm talking about donations in the mail at that P.O. box, like crazy, man. That's mind blowing to me,
those,
man.
I believe those donations are probably personal donations. I don't know if they per se for the school, but you know
that's even worse. That's even worse. I'm gonna tell you why. That's even worse. Because he's a grown ass man. He should be able to take care of himself.
Yeah. There's some people out here, they look at the population, they say, how can I get some money out of them? It's been going on since before we were born. Jim Jones.
America a good place. Hey, America a good place, man. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Just my opinion. America a fucked up place too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucked up people in the United States, man.
You ain't lying.
I'm talking about white, black, Chinese. Yeah. I'm talking about every damn race you want to name.
Did you know every community got a hustler like this? Every community.
Yeah, man. Every
demographic got a hustler like this. Because I know some people, they got this one guy, he do pyramid schemes. And they everybody believe in this guy. He's a white guy. But he don't be on internet like that. He do his stuff underground.
Yeah.
But they out there. The Chinese community got them too.
It goes to show as strong as
they ruthless in the Chinese community when they scanning. They ruthless in the community when they scanning, boy. They boy.
When you say identity, would you say identity?
I was saying that it's definitely like it goes to show you how deep belief can go. You know, if you say it enough times, people start believing it to be the truth, even though there's proof that it's not. You know what I mean?
I'm still listening, man. Father here, call. I gotta feed my baby, man. I'm listening though.
Okay, Corey. Yeah. Yeah. It's they all over the place, man. These hustlers, they all over the place.
I ain't never saying. I said like the Chinese, they're
not going anywhere.
He just famous because he's on YouTube.
When one goes down, another one pops up.
Right, he just famous because he's on social media with it. But there's a lot of them.
Ain't never saying yeah.
But
what y'all want to talk about, man?
I don't know, man. What's going on out there? Did you hear about the I'm sure you heard about the Reddit situation.
Oh yeah, with GameStop and stuff like
With
that.
GameStop, yeah. I wish I held on to that AMC stock. I wish I had it. Because look, if I had it prior to that, I would have been good. I would have been able to sell out.
Hey Max, I don't understand the big deal with the I don't understand the big deal with the whole the GameStop. Like, I mean, I've heard of penny stocks doing all that type activity all the time. Why is this one such a big deal?
Because what happened was somebody got wind of what the hedge fund was doing. And what they were doing was they took GameStop and they was shorting the stocks. They were waiting for the stock to be at a certain price, and then they would sell it, and then they would buy back the shares. And someone got wind of it, so they got a bunch of people to go ahead and invest in that stock so it can raise the stock price. And what happened was the hedge funds lost money. And what they had to do was they had to buy back that stock at a higher price just to try to save face. So they were sticking it to them because mainly this was just to stick it to them to show the it was like a protest, so to speak. So that's what happened. But it was to a huge magnitude because a lot of people bought in. And guess what? A lot of people are still not selling. They're holding on to it. And it was crazy, man. It was going so crazy that people were buying in at its highest and still was making money. And the crazy thing about this is it wasn't just with GameStop. It was with this other stock, the movie stock called what is it, GMC? And it was another stock that they were doing it. But the crazy thing is they can do it to any company.
Yeah.
And we don't know when they're going to strike again. But I'm on that Reddit thing. I'm watching them. And also, they're also trying to do Dogcoin as well. Yeah, AMC, Cutie, right?
So it's like Dogcoin is stock, or
it's
another like.
But it's like it's a meme currency. It's just strictly a meme, but it's not really have no value. But they're trying to pump it, and they have the power to because they got millions in that subreddit group, and they're all on one accord. It seemed like. I wish they would do something with my weed stock. I wish to God they would pump up my weed stock real quick. I swear to you, I would sell out.
I'm waiting because I got this CD military account, but all these stocks I want to invest in, I ain't put the money towards it yet. I mean, I got it now to do it. I'm still waiting now, hoping to get that $1,400 check before goddamn February came in.
Yeah, it's no rush. It's like whenever you can, But it's a good thing.
I got the money to do it now.
Yeah, you got the account. It was free to set up, and yeah, it's good. That's what I use.
So what stock? Because I want to do telehealth. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Which one you were saying?
I said I want to do telehealth, telework, medical supplies, vaccinations, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, and AG Silver. The one you told me about AG Silver and another stock. One more stock.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. It's in time, man. Just do it.
I got you, man.
He said, I remember when Dogcoin was nowhere near a penny in value. Right. Now it's at what's the value? Let me check real quick while you guys here. And the beauty thing about this, right? The market never stops. So people, let me see what Dogcoin is going for right now. Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, pumping up, Mom Davis. All right, let's see. Let me see crypto. Where's my cryptos? Okay, it's at it's a little over 3 cents right now, Steve, and it's still moving. It's on the downward trend right now, but it's a little over about 3 cents.
Should y'all invest for that? Should I buy stock in that?
Me personally, I'm just watching it. I wish they would pump one of these weed stocks, man. I wish they would.
Oh yeah, which weed stock should I get on, man?
Hey, send me an email. I'll send you some screenshots because I can't tell you what to get online.
Oh, okay.
Send it to you on email. MaxVWorld@gmail.com. MAX, the letter V, world@gmail.com. And I'll send you the screenshot.
Okay.
And have you been looking into oil stock at all? Oil and bank stock. You can't go wrong.
Oil bank stock.
Oil and bank. I mean, you know.
Is any of the email address got capital letters?
Oh, let me put it in the description. Hold on one second. Let me put it in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Okay. All right.
Let me see. Somebody else sent me an email. I did get your email. Somebody told me to check my email. I got it. Was it Donnell? I got your email. I saw it. I'm gonna look at it when I get off here. Hey guys, I'm getting ready to head out for a little bit. I might be back on tomorrow. We got snow out here anyway.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow. I'll catch you out.
All right, man. Have a good night, bro.
All right, man. I appreciate you guys coming on.
I sent my email address too. I sent you a message on my email.
All right, cool. I'll send you the screenshots in a little while.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for everything, though, bro.
Hey, Identity, I appreciate you coming on, guys. I appreciate you in the comments. We'll be back soon. I just wanted to kind of check it out today because I had to. It's a lot of my settings that are off, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And but I appreciate Royalty. Is that you? Let me see. Royalty. What's going on, Royalty? I didn't know you found me. Found me in here. Royalty was like, I found you, Max. Let me see. You said dog coin might end up going to $1. Well, people about to get rich, Steve. If dog coin go to $1, people getting ready to get rich. The IRS is going to be working overtime. Steve, what do you think I should do right now? You think I should put some in? No, I can't ask you that on live. I can't do that. We'll see. I'm gonna have to look into dog coin, but it might end up at $1 if Bitcoin goes to 100,000. Stay tuned, Steve. All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys coming on. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. All right, y'all.